This week's episode of Champ and the Tramp is brought to you by Bubba Coos Burritos. Frankie and I go there all the time. We love it. This week, they have a new burrito out. It is called the Nashville Hot Chicken Burrito, and it is banging. I recommend everybody go try it.
Yeah, and what we're going to do, we have 4 $25 gift certificates to Bubba Coos. We're going to give them out to fans. Go to our DMs at Champ and the Tramp. DM us a picture of you at your Bubba Coos Burritos local in town with your buddies, with your friends, with your food. I don't know, anything. Something creative, and we're going to pick a winner. Lucky 4 winners. Let's go.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Champ and the Tramp. I got a couple guests here tonight. Several guests, actually. Some are off camera, so we're going to surprise you halfway through, maybe. But I got my man, Pat Whelan, better known as shoreSHOT, and JBOOGIE. Me and Pat go back quite a bit. He's wrote a couple songs for me throughout my career, a couple bangers, and actually the intro to Champ and the Tramp as well.
Yeah.
So good to have you, man. Local legend, you know.
It's a blessing to be a guest.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
So,
One of our probably most prevalent comments is our opener in our song, man. We get it all the time. People that don't know who you are, here he is, guys.
Yeah,
this guy is
Hey.
he wrote our intro, so gets a lot of love.
Man, when Frankie hit me up about it, he was just like, yo, me and Roger are going to do the podcast. Yeah. He was like, can you whip something up for us? The funny thing is the track that I did it over was initially like this like song that I was asked to get on. And it was mixed and mastered it was produced by my buddy Matt Horan. So that song, I dropped a reference about Frankie. This is like almost 5.5, 6 years ago. And my boy Rob heard it, sent it to Frankie. Frankie flipped, gave it like 3 fire bombs, and like was just like, and that was it. We talked like right after that. I met Frankie, and then it was on ever since. And it's like the coolest. It's just been the coolest ride.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Rob, who is no longer with us, put us together, and that's
God
a good dude.
him.
And it was a good match he made. Totally.
So, and we got Jimmy G in the building.
Off camera, but he'll be on camera in a little bit.
Off camera in the building, but a little bit. But
behind the scenes.
yeah, Jimmy is like the person who makes it look like a movie, and like it's not easy. Like they say like content is king. He helps make like content just stay timeless. Like you can go back to anything that he does, and it's just like it never gets old to me.
Very cool.
So he's super talented dude. And JBOOGIE, my sister, my sister's stepsister,
married to his brother.
yeah, who
wait,
also
I go way back with Rick. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So Rick used to serve Frankie
Yep.
and Stewie,
Of course.
back in the day.
and your sister was a bartender forever back
Boozy,
in the.
as we call
Yeah, is that what you call
Yeah,
it? Okay.
Susie.
I love Susie. I go way back with Susie, back to the
Awesome.
green room, the sawmill days.
Crazy.
Back when you
Yep.
could like smoke in there and shit.
I was like,
But Roger was after that he was going to the Yakety Yak. Back then.
yeah, before that.
They don't know.
before
They
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what the Yakety Yak
We used to
is.
call it the Metapause Lounge, but anyway.
Man.
Anyway, Susie and Rick are good people, so yeah, very good
Cheers.
people. They always took care of us. We didn't have much of a bar tab when we came out of there typically.
No,
Yeah.
they know to
yeah,
take
they take
care.
care.
They
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah. No, it's so
Yeah,
nice
sure.
to meet
For
you.
sure.
Glad to be here, and you guys make a freaking amazing team.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very different backgrounds, but
Yeah.
been friends forever, so it kind of makes for a dynamic duo. So
Of course.
Yeah, we have fun.
Best
We
way
have
to do
fun.
it.
Just kind of just shoot the shit and unwind, I guess you could
Yeah.
say. And like I said, we don't take ourselves very seriously.
No,
It's kind of hard with Roger.
facts.
So so I know, like we were talking upstairs about how, if you're like I'm not musically inclined as far as creating music. I love listening to music. I listen to every single genre, like a lot. Like I'm saying, I just got the Sonos in the bathroom. I take a 5-minute shower. I put the music on, even
Yeah.
for 5 minutes, just because that's what I do. fold my clothes or work out. Like working out, obviously, music very big for me.
Yeah.
But like to be able to create it, that's special, I think. And I think like because we were talking about watching the Biggie documentary.
Absolutely.
How you could tell
So
like
good.
people think you're a rapper, you're just maybe they don't consider you a musician. I think.
Right.
But obviously, he had music in his life since day one. I mean, that's I'm sure you could share your story of how you had music in your lives since day one.
Yeah. I thought the cool part was that jazz musician that was
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
in that, that was
yeah,
saying,
hell yeah.
hey, what he was doing was
Right.
Yeah,
How he
yeah,
was
yeah.
rapping, kind of like jazz-esque, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea that he like. I mean, I could tell in his music that's where it came from, but I had no idea he actually like
Was
just. He
studying
said he
it,
like
yeah.
just played soul,
Right.
just like the slow jams.
And you just see him singing the R&B and stuff.
Uh-huh.
that was
Yeah.
hysterical.
Oh, so
Every
good.
time I close my eyes, I pulled out the Jodeci.
Yeah.
Pulled out the Jodeci.
Right.
So yeah, my mom was hard on like she always brought me to churches up north, and when I was young, she would just like I love gospel.
Yeah.
Just by going to churches that with
It's
her.
real soul.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Moms?
mom would bring me to Christ Church in Montclair. She'd take me to places in Harlem. We would go like I took mom to go see Smokey Robinson at Count Basie.
Get
The
outta
last
here.
time that he performed, dude's like 7. I don't know how old Smoke is, but dude was the best, slickest performer
Yeah.
I've ever seen. He was
Yeah.
serenading women in the front row next to their husbands, like and the husbands are just like take her.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
That's awesome.
But like she played a lot of gospel and Motown. So like my brothers, like Rick's favorite rappers probably Rakim, Run DMC.
Yeah, of course.
My other brother, my middle brother Jared, probably Grand Puba, Guru, or like his favorites. So like I had different like I always wanted to be like my bigger brothers.
Right on.
They were my like inspirations. My mom was my inspiration. Even my pops used to show me what's his I used to live downtown 129th Street projects. Everything's upbeat part like the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
My pops used to show me all kinds of like he was always about it. So I got a nice like I got saturated by like hip hop,
Eclectic
Yeah.
background, yeah.
but like more soul. More
So where
like
did you actually grow up then? You said North Jersey.
in Brick. No.
Oh,
my
okay.
My family's all from my mom and my father from Brooklyn,
Okay.
Long Island. My everybody's from straight
on.
off the boat. My great grandfather was from Sicily,
Yeah.
so Palermo.
Because
but-
typically this region, this area of Jersey gets, we're more recognized for rock. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it
You
doesn't.
think so? It's fucking you and your people, maybe.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think it's. I think it's everything.
Springsteen.
Are you saying like as far as artists? Like
I just
artists
think
like that
the
are from the
area.
state?
Yeah.
Queen Latifah, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Fugees.
yeah.
No.
Fugees,
there's-
really?
Naughty by
there's-
Nature.
There's a lot in Jersey.
I didn't know
yeah.
Fugees,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
around,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
think, but around here,
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen Red and Method? At a place except the
True,
green room.
true,
when it was
true,
at,
true.
like
I actually did see him there. Yeah.
It's tough to bring that genre
Yeah.
places. You know what I'm saying? And breaking that barrier. Shout out to like people like Rodney,
Yeah.
Corsi. That's in Asbury. He puts on like.
Saw Biz Marquee at the green room. I remember when he came in there.
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
Rock the Bells
Yeah.
at PNC recently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the most incredible like concert I think I've been to.
I went to Smoking Grooves back in the day.
Smoking Grooves,
PNC.
Cannabis was on that, right? He was on the roster.
I think so. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's nuts. man.
Yeah, so but yeah, like my brothers used to always listen to that, like they my goal was to know every rap song by the
Yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan, know exactly which member was, know the boot camp clique, know each one, how there's so many guys and you're like who are these guys? They're
Right.
like the science of that was awesome to me. I don't find that much these days when I listen to certain artists. But there was like a mystery to them, you know what I mean? But like
They don't seem to make them like that anymore.
Nah,
And can you think of anybody that's come along lately? I mean, you're not going to tell me Tekashi 6ix9ine, are you?
No. I listen to less rap than I do when I was younger. I listen to like Banks is my favorite artist. Like
Yeah.
I was talking about.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm not familiar at all.
I
So.
gotta check it out.
I gotta check her out because I'm not familiar.
She's
Patty will
out-
put you on.
She's outstanding. But like Leon Bridges, I love the soul from Leon Bridges. He's like he sounds like Sam Cooke.
Oh, wow.
Like he's got like a Sam Cooke feel. and his just like the minimalism on some tracks are like amazing because he's got live instrumentation on a lot of his tracks. So
yeah, it feels like the good old days.
Yeah,
Music,
exactly.
you know.
And she gets down like with like she's just an entertainer, pure entertainer. Like you pull JBOOGIE, like I used to work with a jazz band, Sunny Days, and when we would go to Asbury, I could just call JBOOGIE and be like, we're gonna be there on a Sunday. She'll just pull up, just come in. I'll be like trying to like, prep up what I'm gonna drop and stuff like that. JBOOGIE would just come in and just stop the show.
Just ready.
I'm like, Patty, write me a rhyme.
Naturally, like she just does it.
That's awesome.
So it's awesome working with her, working with Jimmy. Working with Frankie. Like
we vibe heavily on the music. Like even our connection is like at the root music.
Yeah,
I've seen some of the stuff you posted on Instagram where you guys are all performing together. Where is that? It's in Asbury.
It was
a couple different spots.
We did stuff at the Saint. We did stuff at Eric Langosta Lounge. We did shows
Asbury,
there.
right?
We did
Ever do the Pony?
the Beer Garden. We haven't done the Pony.
Gotta get in there, man. That's a room that legends have been in,
I gotta talk to Danny Clinch.
Yeah, man.
dude.
That was a good guess. He's local, man. I'm
know.
sure,
I know.
I think 2020, the event he does there obviously got
See
canceled
here
because of COVID, but I think they're rolling everything into 2021.
That's what he
so.
said on that episode.
What's
right?
the name of the event he does?
See
See here now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I remember Stewie. I told Stewie's like, "What do you need?" Stewie's like, "What?" Like, because I was bar backing at the time at JR's, and Stewie's like, "What the hell do you need?"
Right.
You got the band. Like, what do you need? I'm like, call the person who runs See Here Now.
Yeah.
Get a connect.
He
that's
calls
it.
him right in front of me. I'm upstairs, like where we watch the fights, and he's just like calls and leaves a message for Tim Donnelly right in front of me, and he's just like, "Yo, Tim, hit me back. I got something to tell you." You know what I mean? Like, I got to talk to you. Real important shit. So like it's funny because it's like you take swing after swing. I've met DJ Premier. I've met Pete Rock. I've met General Steele from Boot Camp Click, and like opened up for Master Ace. Like got dap from him, and people tell you like that like they you get that respect level, but it's just like when you're young, you're like, oh man, maybe I'll do a track with Kiss. Maybe I'll do a track with Premier. But like literally getting up with Frankie and doing and like having him as home team, I told him, I was like, it's better than a Jay-Z feature. Some of these people
cool,
act like they don't know you the next time that you just work with them and it's over with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like that, Like T. Fraze, shout out to T. Fraze, shout out to Ish Smith on the Washington Wizards. I wrote a track about him. His brother hits me up. He's like, "We love your track. We love the shirt. We love everything. Bring it down to North Carolina. Let's have all the camp counselors in it. You could perform the track." Just like stuff that opened up in my life for music has been more home feel. It's just like it's.
Fraser's really good at shining light on hometown people, you know what I mean, and taking care of his area. But I think he's also brutally honest. If he didn't like you, he would tell you. Fraser's pretty good at that. So if Fraser's shouting you out, that means you're good.
Last time I saw Fraser, Rob worked. We all worked at Tiffany's together. So Rob was expoing. He had his Captain and Coke in his red cup, chilling in the back, expoing like crazy, just handling everything. And
Tiffany's, the old spot on
Tiffany's,
37.
Tiffany's,
Yeah. I used to go there all the time, man.
Ammo behind the bar.
Yeah.
I was bar backing at the time and waitering.
Matter of fact, I do remember seeing you there now. Yeah.
And that's where Fraser would come in. Fraser would come in and I would be like, and I would see Fraser at the Driftwood Deli. I'd be like, "Yo, Fraser, just got one of your sandwiches." He'd be like, "Yo, give me one of your CDs." So I gave him one of my CDs, and like we would talk at the bar. But I played ball with Charlie, his older brother.
Yeah.
So like I played against Charlie and I played with Charlie. We went to Eastern Invitational basketball camp together. He played on my AAU team, the shoreSHOTs, and Greg Albano came up with that name. Shout out, I don't know if you know the Albanos, but my brother Rick played ball with Corey. Jared knew, my middle brother Jared played ball with Corey Albano. So like it was just, it's all like, everything's connected around here. It's like, your uncle takes his Mercedes into my mom's shop on Fisher. You know what I mean? Like
Jersey's got a lot of people, but it's not that big. It's not that big.
I meet up with Jimmy. We go to Palermo's for pizza. We're like, like Palermo shut down over in Hamilton. We go to the other spot. We got to go to Pino's. I listen to we got to stop in Woodbridge. I'm a pizza fanatic.
I will drive to New
Haven, Connecticut, just to go to Sally's.
What's the best pizza joint you've ever been in?
Sally's in New Haven.
Yeah?
By far.
Really?
By far. It smokes
The guy
anything.
Portnoy talks about that, right?
Smokes any. Oh, yeah,
Really?
yeah. He gave it like a 9 point.
There's a place in like Belmar that got really good. I think it's what's the name of it? Anyway, got like 10 out of 10, and it was one of his best reviews. I want to call it Frank's, maybe. Forget the name of it.
There's a place in what's the place in Robbinsville?
What is it?
No.
Di
Lorenzo's.
Yeah, what is Di
Like-
Lorenzo's?
Di Lorenzo's,
there?
yeah.
like
I
Joanna
just went there. I just went there last week.
Joanna
Yeah.
performs at the Di Lorenzo's
No way.
at the other location in PA, the new one that they just opened
really?
up.
But
Yeah,
you don't
that's
travel that far just for pizza.
I do.
Really?
I do. I'm
Wow,
I am
bro.
psychotic over
Wow,
pizza.
bro.
Oh, you like deep dish?
I like the old wood, like the black burnishes all over the bottom of
Yeah,
the crust.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
But you don't
want-
like Chicago
I
style?
love tomato pies.
tomato
In
pies,
Chicago, not so much.
Yeah.
I'm like a plain, like I'll go to
So you like
L&B's.
Marucas?
I love
Marucas-
L&B's.
Marucas a tomato pie.
Marucas is good. Marucas is
yeah.
good. I will take Di Lorenzo's.
Yeah.
What other places
There's
in
like a
Jersey?
cracker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm not big on Pete and Elders. I'd
yeah.
rather have something like Di Lorenzo's or like La Fontana where
Yeah.
they have the best chicken parm pizza ever.
Really?
You know, like it's amazing. It's amazing.
Where's La Fontana?
In Brick.
Yeah,
You know,
okay, yeah.
Drum Point Road, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know where it is. Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Shout out to Mike DeRazzo.
Yeah.
He's my man. So my
I got to
brother-
stop in there and try it
So
now.
Rick and Mike, they bought Red Moon and Howl. So, anytime you guys want to stop in at Red Moon, they'll take care
Red
of you.
Moon.
What's it?
Red
Red
Moon's
Moon
right
Pizza.
on Route
Pizza,
9.
yeah.
Yeah, pizzeria.
Okay.
So
Oh.
same owner of La Fontana and Rick. So
I know, man.
we're in a pizza.
Who knew we were going to get pizza
We're in
reviews
the
today,
pizza, we're in
too?
the pizza business.
Wow,
now.
bro.
You know what
My
I mean?
parents owned a pizzeria when I was a young kid
Yeah.
in Roseland Pizza.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Nice. I
Yeah.
didn't know that
shit.
either.
Yeah.
I thought your dad was always a plumber. I didn't know.
No,
that.
no,
Dabbled
it's
in
my
pizza.
real dad. My real dad.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
and my
okay,
uncle.
okay.
They owned the pizzeria, but then they sold it.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you used to work in the same spot near where your gym was, right? Like like where the Mumbos are at, where Joe Dunn's at. You know what I mean? Like where.
My dad's shop used to be up there.
Okay, gotcha.
My-
Because that's
my-
how
my-
you know
yeah,
you know the Mumbos. You know those guys.
Joe
that are
Dunn.
in
Yeah,
there.
Dunn's
Joe
garage.
Dunn's
yeah,
awesome.
Oh yeah.
We used to have the Benz, right?
Yeah.
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 I was like, I work on Frankie's car.
Yeah. He did. He was
That's
a good guy.
that's the baller car you went out and bought after you kind of made it, right?
I did. Well, I mean, it was my first car. Yeah,
Right.
Hell yeah, I went.
Like
I got,
nice car
I
you
got.
like to-
Yeah, I got the CLK.
Yeah.
It's a CLK 500.
Yeah,
you know,
but
used.
like,
Hey.
you're like,
I got the fucking Friday night bonus. Like, I'm getting a car.
I'm getting, yeah, AMG it out.
That's awesome.
No, but pizza. Oh man, I'm such a.
I'm
That's
learning,
why
man.
I
I didn't
gotta
know that
go to
about you.
Mark's spot. I gotta go to Pino's. I gotta try that.
Mark's,
spot.
he has upside down pie
Does he?
and the Nona pie.
Jimmy,
Oh.
you want to get in on this? Because I know how much you dig the pizza. Every
So,
time I get up with Jimmy,
I'm
every time,
not putting this on like the pizza pedestal. I'm not saying it was the best pizza ever, but old Sawmill pizza that was 50 cents. 50. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah,
But you
it's
got
huge.
I
It
do.
was
50
huge.
cents,
Yeah,
and
but
it was
listen,
the
Monster
biggest.
It was the biggest.
It was the best for
$1.50.
No,
you
being
get,
drunk.
You get
You get 3 slices
$1.50
and a
two slices
soda.
and
Yeah.
But
yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
you think like if the dude from Barstool Sports was to go there,
Nah, he would shit on it.
would give it a 4.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
no
should
question.
not, yeah.
Because
But
it
when you're
just
hammered, it's the
falls-
best pizza
Yeah,
you ever ate, bro.
absolutely.
And it was
What's
humongous.
What's the
Yeah.
spot we go to where you get a pizza with your beer?
Oh,
that's in
the spot
Asbury.
Asbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Max.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Good spot.
Yeah.
Definitely, they give you the
Little tiny-
personal.
yeah,
They give you
yeah,
the
yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Maruca's personal pie, the bar pie
Yeah.
with like sausage, extra crispy, all day.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
All day.
I can't believe how
That's
far
a-
you
that-
travel,
that-
man.
No,
I mean,
I
you know
would-
all the local
40
spots.
minutes
I will
just
go
to come get pizza
All
with
right,
us.
so if
Wow.
you go to Connecticut, if you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to the little pocket
Stanford.
and New Haven.
Oh, New Haven,
Haven,
okay.
a slice of New Haven. You got Joe and Pat's. You got Frank Pepe's right down the street. So if there's too many people, there's usually a line right around Sally's,
Really?
like at as soon as they open up. So
Yeah.
if you
Jersey's well known for pizza. Chicago,
Absolutely.
obviously. I never heard Connecticut
absolutely,
pizza.
all right, you wouldn't think so, and
Yeah.
nobody believes me.
Wow.
But like I'm just like, listen,
See the look in your
I'm
eyes,
like
I believe
I'm
you.
like my dad's.
I go to Maine all the time. Travel through there. I might have to stop.
I went to Joe and Pat's in Staten Island is fire.
Yeah.
Danino's in Staten Island is great. You know what I mean? They even have a
What's
location in
what's the
Manahawkin.
place in
L&B's.
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 Yeah. That's a thick pie though. It's a thick pie.
That's a sick. That's
it's
amazing.
it's
That's an
good.
amazing.
But that's like
great.
Lou Malnati's in Chicago. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
you
I'm
know?
cool with that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like Parmesan and all the stuff that Jimmy puts on.
You like the thin
on,
crust, thick crust? What is your thing?
I'll take L&B's any day of the week if it's done right, like
Yeah.
grandma slices.
Then you go Brooklyn. You
pie,
Brooklyn Square. Brooklyn Square.
Brooklyn Square is
Yeah,
amazing.
their
Yeah, it
Brooklyn
is.
Square pie is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. It's
It
upside
is
down
pretty
pie.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
Guys,
The
are
honeymoon,
getting
the
hungry.
honeymoon pie. It's
You
good.
will get hungry around.
Yeah. Now I want pizza,
we'll
man.
talk some
Will you order a pizza?
I know. This is
I really want
today's
pizza.
episode is sponsored by L&B's, Sally's,
Yeah,
Frank
yeah.
Penny's. No, but
But what's your go-to in Tom's River now? I mean,
I go to Naples. I go to
Naples.
Oh,
I go to
bro,
Naples.
it's right around the
I go
corner
to
from me. I
Naples.
live right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I go there all the time.
And they're so awesome.
All the
in there.
time.
Like
Yeah.
those guys like look like they had a bad day.
I
every
love
time
them,
you walk in
but
there.
I hear from people. Yeah, I hear
You
it.
don't know
Yes,
them.
yeah.
But like you start talking about Napoli and
Yeah,
soccer,
yes.
like forget about it. They'll be
Oh.
like, "You watch Napoli?"
Yeah.
You know, like it's a different
Can't understand a
world.
word
What's
of it, but it's always on in
They're
there.
like, you know
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah,
DeRosa with La
yeah,
Fontana?
yeah.
Oh, forget about it. You're family.
And they
now.
just opened up a sister
Like,
store in Hooper, right? On Hooper Ave. I think they just opened up a
the son. The
yeah,
son
yeah,
opened
yeah.
up.
Opened up a store.
The
Yeah,
son
yeah.
opened up. Yeah.
But
That's
that
awesome.
literally, I can walk to Naples from my house. I'm there all the time. So I'm always.
Their chicken
always,
parm's pretty
I
good.
always eat Naples pizza, and I always shout them out.
I'm
People are like
telling you.
Naples pizza. I think it's good, man. I like Naples
Bro,
pizza.
you guys gotta try.
And I like the guys that work in there. Just like you said, if you didn't know them, though, you think they didn't like you. But they're great to me.
Yeah,
You know?
no, they're definitely awesome guys.
Yeah.
It's just funny, like the way they look.
Right,
Sometimes they
right,
just
right,
look like
right.
You're like,
Yeah.
I grew up-
I grew up
What do you
Sicilian.
need? What do you need? Yeah.
Even my real dad went once. You know, they had the pizzeria. They sold it. When my parents got divorced, he like does a second job. He was a pizza man
Okay.
at like a couple different pizzerias. So when I chill with him, I fucking be stuck
House
in the
and
fucking
pizza.
pizzeria. He's working. I'm fucking stuck in the pizzeria.
Yeah.
I be making pizza boxes and
Kind
shit.
of a rite of
I'd be like,
passage.
yo, I'll
for-
go making deliveries. I'm like, I'll go
It
with
is,
you.
it is a rice bag. I even had
For
a
people
thought,
in Jersey, I grew up in Maine, so not for me, but I feel like every kid worked in a pizzeria in Jersey at some point, you know?
I went from doing stage hand work at like Count Basie and different events throughout the tri-state to basically delivering pies. I think I should have a show about name them like the biggest people that you know. Like have Frankie deliver pizza for a night at your doorstep.
It's
You
a
know what I'm
good
saying?
concept,
I think
yeah.
it would be hysterical because he's got a mask on. They
Yeah.
don't know who he is, and like as it's like walking on his way out. Like after you get a $2 tip, you know what I'm saying? It humbles the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, like you get a 20 and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
it's just so funny. I think it would be like, I think about that sometimes. I'm like, what would it be like if it's like,
That's awesome.
like some superstar just
Delivering.
delivering your food. You know what I'm saying? And you're like,
let's-
and the person whips out the change and they're like,
right.
Here you go.
Here you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Roger's like, thank
you're
you.
like, oh, thanks so much. Yeah, exactly.
I'm a good tipper, man. I always tip good.
Shout out to big tippers. People that
Yeah.
tip the bill are the greatest people on earth.
You got to tip
gotta
people in the
tip. Yeah, you
service
gotta
industry.
tip.
People that-
Especially in
Yeah.
today's day and age
Yeah.
when
Exactly.
people are struggling, you know?
No, and that's not like I'm not saying if you don't have a lot of dough, like
Right.
if you can't tip your pizza man $5, like go get it yourself.
You know who's
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
who's the
if you don't,
the
for
best
sure.
tipper I've ever seen, hands down, bar none. Jesse, bro. Jesse
Yeah?
tips like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like nuts, yeah.
Shout out to Jesse.
Especially if he's had a few drinks. Remember the night me and Jesse went to BJ's? He tipped the girl $100. Tipped her $100.
Don't remember that.
Shout
You
out
remember
to
that?
Did he
I'm
really?
telling-
Yeah.
I got tipped $100 a couple times
Did you?
working at JR's bartending. Yeah, like some dude came in, he's like, just got out of jail. I'm like, what?
What?
You
Even
know,
$100?
Gave me
I
a
got this
drop-
on consignment.
He's like, I guess I had hundreds. He's like, I had buried them. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, thanks for the buried money. I appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? But you get
Polar
crazy-
bear plunge, man. How
Polar bear
crazy
plunge.
is Seaside for that?
Oh
I was
God, you guys
I
know, took a
saw it.
picture
That
with
was
you
the
guys.
last weekend before
It was before
shut-
COVID
The
hit.
world shut down.
How crazy
pretty
was
much,
that?
Right?
Honestly,
How crazy was that?
I honestly thought I got COVID after the St. Patty's Day because it was before
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Uh-huh.
last
Yep.
March around this time. You know
right,
what I mean?
Right.
Early craziness. It was nuts.
Yep.
But I remember seeing you guys at the Polar Bear
Such
Plunge.
a
It
good
was
vibe. Most
insane.
people I've ever seen in Seaside. First
Yeah,
one I ever
I
did.
told you that. I told you
Most
that.
people
Yeah.
I've ever seen in Seaside, way more than St. Patty's Day Parade, because
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
there a ton. And the vibe. I mean, I think it's got to do with the cause. You know, it's Special
is.
Olympics charity,
It's all
and I think
about
people
that.
are there. You know, it's during the
Right.
day. It's not at night.
Everybody
and
was really nice to Roger.
everybody's
Yeah,
really nice.
everybody's really
Yeah,
nice.
I
They
got
thought
a lot of hugs.
They thought he was a participant.
Bro, that's a dick move. Right
Oh
there.
man.
That's a dick move. I don't know this
I'm
guy.
just joking.
That's
I'm just
dick.
joking.
No, good. It's that place is crazy on that. Like you know, like I'd be up on the roof just watching everybody just close in on the beach. It's like and on the water. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
I got a little excited because I saw on my Instagram it popped up and I was like, oh my God, they're doing the polar bear plunge again. It's like in April. It's fucking virtual.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I sent it to you and I was like, and then I read it. I was like, it's right, like fine print. It says virtual.
How's that? What the fuck do we do? Everybody go in their
I
shower.
I think it's to still support the charity because they still want to generate.
I know, but
money
how is it
for
virtual?
I honestly, bro, I don't know. Once I saw it was virtual, I was like, I was all bummed out. But
I hope so. You gotta
everything's
jump,
virtual
you gotta jump
now.
in the freezing water. I know, but I don't like that.
I don't either.
Yeah,
you need interaction. Everybody needs interaction and experience. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's been too long. Too long.
How does that affect you guys as far as performances go? Since
rocks
places
all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What?
She was rocking all the time before this happened.
Oh no, but I mean now post COVID. I mean
nothing.
All I've been doing is creating and just waiting.
Yeah.
You know?
But no performances.
No
right?
live
Yeah,
stuff.
no.
I got the migration hooked me up with a performance on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah,
this
yeah,
past.
yeah.
This,
Yeah,
this
you
summer.
should have hit us
Thank
up
you.
about
I know,
that. Frankie was telling me.
I know.
He's
Yeah.
like, bro, we
I'm
would have
sorry.
gone. I didn't even hear about it
I'm
until
sorry.
after.
Yeah.
We would have come, man. We would have come. Frankie was gonna kick your ass for that.
We do. I'll do the Columbus Day parade every summer. Joanna will always be rocking with me. If I can get
Wait,
Eric.
Wait, but Columbus Day parade's in the summer?
Is
like
it
October, no?
I don't know. I
was wearing
I don't
short
know.
sleeves and long pants, so
October.
When did we do that?
It's
Jim?
October,
You know?
right?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So do either you guys? I mean, I don't think you do, but either one of you guys play instruments or?
I can't
Or no?
read music to save my life.
No.
Okay.
But but if I have a jazz band and they're playing an
You can-
instrumental, I can jump in
You can
and I
flow.
can jump out and I
That's
can know
awesome.
exactly when to step in and step out and let somebody else do their solo.
That's awesome.
You know, like that's an important
Yeah.
thing. Like just respecting everybody's craft. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
somebody has a stand-up bass and they're sick with it. There's nothing warmer in life than a stand-up bass.
Yeah.
Like
you gotta
like
introduce
there's-
them and
Yeah.
and then
Doing the stuff
follow
with
'em up.
Sunny Days and Eric and Joanna was probably the craziest. Like I couldn't get everybody in the same room to save my life right now if you asked me. But
I'd be
at the
there.
same time, Joanna would, Jimmy would, you know, like and it's not a knock against any of the guys, but it's hard to get commitments in this industry to where, like, you know, like I did something with the National Association of Campus Activities and did a college independent tour, you know, like with just me, Eric, and a drummer before I, you know, like I was doing anything with Joanna. Like it's not easy to get the people that you need committed to hitting the road.
especially that many heads.
Yeah.
And like especially COVID would have been even. I mean, you know, like we would have just been getting it all together, and then
I know, and then I mean
practice
this.
virtually.
Yeah, exactly. But like any time like we would be able to do anything like though with the jazz band like and everything like that, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
There's
a
nothing,
totally different.
there's
Having
nothing like
the
it.
musicians and the live instruments. Is
You guys probably
just-
feed off that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I mean, she's so super talented. She worked with she did tracks with Asher Roth and his producer, and you know Jimmy's got a spot. Jimmy's gonna stop being shy in a second, come up on the mic, and he's got a spot down in LBI, and it's just like I don't know. When you have home team is just home team.
LBI is a great
It's
spot
just-
for live music. I mean, obviously,
Right.
you know, prior to COVID, I don't know what's going on down there now, but they've got some great
Yeah.
places down there for people to perform. You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah, they have a couple good spots.
we always go to Daddy O's, and we like to sit up on the top and just, you know, it's like, you know, you get that little ocean breeze in the middle of summer.
yeah,
Usually
it's
ride the
so
bike down
nice.
there, and it's just a beautiful scenery. Have a cocktail and have some food, and
Yeah.
one of our favorite spots. They got a cool spot in the back now at Daddy O's. So
What's the one spot where we throw the darts at the Hudson House?
Yeah.
The Hudson
not
House.
familiar. Gotta check that out.
The place is great.
Really?
You would have fun. I feel like.
Yeah?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
should, yeah.
I don't
if
get
you're
down to
ever
LBI
there.
often.
I ride the bike down there
We
quite a
gotta
bit
have 'em
because
at
it's
the
just it's
house.
beautiful, man. You guys live on LBI?
He's got a spot.
Oh,
Yeah.
right on. That's awesome.
You guys are invited.
All right.
Absolutely.
What? Yeah, we
Yeah, that was crazy.
went down.
Can I-
You came
I
down
did. Can I get one
for
of
a
these
day.
waters?
Yeah, buddy. Get whatever you want, pal.
Yeah, we set
I
up
need
on his
another
beach
Makers.
house like this, recording.
Just chilling.
Group called Best Friends, Pennsylvania, Philly type. Asher was there, and we had like 2-3 days, and we just made a whole album, like just chilling, like no expectation or anything, and it came together like perfectly. It was such a cool experience to not have any intention. We were just like, yo, let's go chill down the beach. Bring your equipment. Like we'll set up outside, and it's called Beach Haven, by Best Friends on Spotify. You can check it out, and
That's awesome.
it's just
Cool.
like a couple, LBI references, Jersey references,
That's cool.
and
Sometimes you hear
She
the
loves Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Fugees, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Boogie.
She hasn't come out with anything in a long time, right?
Yeah.
I know. I mean, you know what though? Like when you just listen to the Miseducation, you're like,
Yeah.
does she need to come out?
I
with
know.
And
that?
that's
Yeah.
and that's her. I mean, that's what she says. We saw her. I saw her twice. She was the last show I saw before COVID, and then we were supposed to go a week after everything shut down. And she's amazing. I mean,
She's
I know
so melodic,
everybody has
yeah.
different
Yeah.
experiences, but we saw her twice. I've seen her 3 times, and every single time my mind was just absolutely blown.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So.
But
If
she
you like-
doesn't. She
if you
doesn't
like the
perform. She hasn't
Miseducation.
performed in years, right?
No, this was I saw
Oh,
her right before.
oh, wow.
Yeah, she tours the Miseducation.
Okay.
You would be able to go see her right now if it wasn't COVID.
And she can rap too.
She can.
Right?
She can rap
She
and
was
sing.
dancing.
I'll
Yeah.
take her over on any track, any day of the week. But like,
and she switches up all the old stuff. So like, you love the Miseducation. If you can expand your mind musically past what you know about the Miseducation, it's like she does all new shit with that old material, and it's just
crazy.
talking about like just being around musicians. That's
Who
the
else
art,
was
right? You can
Praz,
just switch
right?
it up,
Praz.
like, you
Praz.
have that gift.
Praz was in there. Who else? Who was the other guy?
Wyclef.
Wyclef. Yes.
Wyclef
I don't know
Jean.
why I couldn't think of that. Yeah, of course.
Jersey.
Yeah.
it's
She
crazy.
shouts out. That's why I love Lauren too, because she shouts out.
She
Jersey
says
all
something.
the
She
time.
says something about Hope Road on.
No
you might
way.
win some, but you just lost one. If you listen, she says Hope Road. It's like, were you at Exit 105?
Get out of here.
Is that where that came from? I want to ask
Yeah,
her
yeah,
if I
yeah,
ever
yeah,
meet her.
yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, were you talking about Exit 105? You know what I'm saying?
Hope Road.
Wait, you
I
say
met her
Hope
too.
Road.
She's so nice.
I'm curious
should
about
ask
that
her.
one
Ask
in
her.
particular, like
That's
that one in
crazy.
particular reference. You know?
She's married to Marley, right?
Yeah,
Marley?
absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know if she's
Or she
married
was.
to him, but
Or
her
speaking-
children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
right.
It's kind of why she stepped away, right? She had a couple kids, right? And she stepped away from the music
had to
business
protect.
for a little-
Had to. The music
Frank's
industry.
swinging the bottle.
Music industry's
Yeah,
tough,
yeah,
man.
swinging the bottle.
He likes to twist off. He likes
He
to
likes
twist
the
off.
the
Nice and
twist offs
easy.
are the
Nice and
regular now. That's
Yeah.
the norm.
Still,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's still
Yeah.
bougie with a twist off.
Yeah.
So what is your background with music? Where does your passion? Where does your love come from?
So my background is theater.
Okay.
Wanted to go to school for theater, but grew up in Jersey. My dad is Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, all the good soul stuff, everything Patty mentioned. And I ended up not getting into a theater program. And, I feel like Patty is definitely this mindset, like if a door closes, you just go with what's open, what
open.
God hands you,
Sure.
what God does
Yeah.
give you. So I didn't get into a theater program, but I got into a dance program at Pace University in New York City. So I was like, if I'm in the city, I don't care what I'm doing, I love to dance. I've always danced. So I went to school for dance, commercial dance. So usually if you go to school for dance, it's either ballet, you think, like, Juilliard, or modern dance, like concert dance. And this program was like, one of the first of its kind commercial dance, because, there's so much more dance than that, right? You got
Yeah.
Yeah.
music tours, commercials, cruise lines, like,
yeah.
there's dancers are everywhere. It's not just those two things. So I had a really cool experience those 4 years just doing commercial stuff and singing the whole
Yeah.
time while I was in New York. And so I have some theater stuff, on my plate. I got some modeling, going on. And then about 2 years out of college, I was like, you know what, singing is my passion. Like with the theater background, it was like the singing that drove it. I always had dance as, you know, just like my cushion to get me along with it. And I love to dance.
So
but,
closely related. So, yeah.
you know, singing was, my voice was like my true passion. So I started gigging just at restaurants, Italian joints in my hometown, because I was living in New York City, but it's an hour train ride from the city. I would make more in New Jersey at an Italian spot than at a little bar in New York. I mean, everybody's, you know, you have to pay to play in New York.
You remember your first gig?
Yeah, Diamond, like singing at a restaurant.
Yeah, like an Italian restaurant.
It's Diamonds Italian restaurant in Hamilton, New Jersey.
Nervous your first time out? Like
She's
I don't
such
really,
a natural.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
You don't get
really
nervous?
get
That's
She doesn't get nervous
amazing.
at all.
That's awesome.
I'll get butterflies
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah, no.
But that's,
I mean,
I
you
think
know,
that's,
I get
she gets
excited.
excited.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
my
sign of
vibe.
readiness.
So
That's a sign of readiness.
I start with my Frank Sinatra,
Oh wow.
Nat
She
King
do
Cole, and then I, you know, groove up to, you know, and then I throw in like a couple random
Amy
things that I like.
Winehouse.
Oh yeah, of course, Amy Winehouse.
Do a little Valerie.
Oh, Amy Winehouse. Yeah.
Can't
Speed
beat
up
that.
to, you know, Whitney Houston. You know, throw everything in there.
So many names you throw out. Those two last ones. I mean,
that's the
both.
greatest voice of all
Oh
time.
yeah, no
Whitney?
question.
In
But,
my
I
opinion,
mean,
yeah.
taken
absolutely.
too soon.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's
Yeah.
such a connection with the great artist, and I think it's probably directly tied to their personalities, their eclectic personalities. But you know, taken too soon by drugs or suicide or whatever the case may be, it's really a.
You ever think of doing like Broadway? Because I mean, that's like theater and
Yeah,
singing
yeah,
the
so
same thing, right? I mean,
Before I started gigging, my first show out of college, I did Rock of Ages out in Nevada for a month. I did like a replacement contract. They needed somebody to come in, learn the show in like a week, which everybody else had like months to learn and do this show. So that was a really cool experience. Did Rock of Ages out there. Such a kick-ass show. You would fucking love it.
Yeah. Well, you just reminded me of something. I actually did I had a commercial it was offered to when I was married. Well, actually, it was before I was married. But you guys ever heard of Just Dance? It's like a game. You know what I mean? It's called
Video game?
Yeah.
Just Dance. Well, I guess it goes in series. It was Just Dance 1, Just Dance. Well, for Just Dance 4. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Don't YouTube this.
No,
but
I love that.
they made my ex and I an offer to come and shoot a commercial for it, right? So it was at like a warehouse in Brooklyn. But the payday was great, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a normal everyday working guy. So I took like a day off work. We went up there. We got up there early and we shot this promo for Just Dance 4. So it's, you know, my ex and I and 2 professional hired dancers. And we have to dance, and you know, the choreography has to all line up.
Commercial dance,
bro, I got
right
2
there,
left
man.
feet, man. And, you know, Jenny can dance. She's got some rhythm and stuff. And I'm trying to learn these moves and stay in sync and stuff. And then finally, like, because we were like in the front at first, and the backup dancers were in back. And finally, they're like, you just go in the back. So if you watch the video, which took like all day to shoot, I kind of have the top half of the body moving sort of in the, but I'm like
we gotta bring this.
Oh,
up.
it's horrible. But the bottom half is not moving in sequence at all.
That's
at
what I
all.
went to school for.
Yeah. It was horrible. It was horribly embarrassing. But hey, I got paid. They paid me.
Yeah.
So
That's all that matters.
yeah.
And then Patty actually came out to a couple gigs of mine, and we performed a couple of his tracks.
Oh
that we
yeah, at
had.
Diamonds.
And
And
the local
you know,
people
Diamonds used to-
loved it.
Did they?
Oh
Did
my
they?
god,
They
they were
did.
like,
Get out.
oh my god. I mean, it was awesome. I mean,
That's
Patty
sick.
killed
That's
it.
sick.
That's
2 Italian
awesome.
kids in an Italian restaurant
And you know
singing
who-
original music.
And the funniest thing about it is the owners, I can't remember their names, but they used to
Zucchetti.
run the spot right next to Surf Club.
The
You know what
Zucchetti.
Diamonds is.
Oh,
Diamonds,
yeah.
you know what
Oh my God,
Diamonds
the
is.
breakfast
You
joint.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No way.
No,
Yeah.
Diamonds was the restaurant.
Well, yeah, but they did
But
breakfast on the weekends.
Yeah,
right, in the
they
morning.
did,
Yeah.
like probably like the
I had some friends.
Mimosas
I had some
in the
friends that
morning.
worked there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, that place got wiped off the map, obviously. But
Oh, that
All
was
these,
the worst.
unfortunately.
That
Sandy
place,
wiped that. Literally, it's in the middle of the ocean now.
That place that was insane.
There'll never be
Yeah.
another surf club.
Stewie used to bartend
Yeah.
on the patio
Yes.
with my brother.
Yeah.
All my friends were bar backing. Like it
Yeah.
was insane. It was.
I feel like the
absolutely
shore
insane.
It's never going to be like it used to be back in its heyday. It will never
Bro,
be
you
like
remember when the
surf
bikes-
club Sundays, bro. Like it'll never be like that again. Ever.
I remember Teen Night Surf Club.
Yeah.
Temptations? We used to
Temps,
sneak
yeah.
into
Temps, bro.
Temps
Yeah.
and surf club and surf
White
club
parties at
teammates.
Temps. Remember the white parties? They would have a white
Yeah.
party. It was crazy.
I remember when
Excess.
the
Excess.
strip used to be
Merge.
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 Oh my god,
Bro.
When that strip when I was a kid was filled with cars
Yep.
and people just
Dude,
standing
I
outside their cars.
I don't know if I'm making this up or I could have sworn like if you weren't allowed to go back and forth on the strip, you get a ticket,
No,
right?
and you get a ticket for your
Music.
sound
Yeah,
ordinance if
yeah,
your shit was
Yep.
bumping.
Yep.
But like that time was insane. That was when Eric Nice was on the grind.
So the great here's the crazy part. All the crazy clubs are gone. Like Surf Club obviously got wiped out by Sandy.
Bamboo's gone now.
Merge,
No.
Temptations, Excess, all gone. Even Bamboo, which has been there
Karma's
for
gone
you know
too,
the
right?
commercial on TV was come to where your
50s,
parents
since the
hooked up.
50s,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yakety Yak is gone. They're all
Yakety
gone. But the
Yak.
one that is still standing, Riggers, still there,
Riggers, yeah.
still there, bro.
Well, that's because they get dudes
Still
get
there.
to come there at 6 a.m.
Yeah, they do.
I'm ashamed to
You
be a
know?
local.
Yeah.
I've never been in that place once.
Never?
I've never
I've
been, never been in there.
Never,
I've
ever
never been.
Think I
I
have.
swear.
I feel like I
haven't.
gotta go in there just
I
to
do,
be a
just
local.
to be a
Yeah,
local,
yeah,
just
yeah.
to be official. Just be like, I finally made it.
I feel like I've been.
It'll be
there.
open.
You guys gotta go.
It'll still be open when you leave here, and it'll be open at 5 a.m. tomorrow
Totally,
too. So
totally,
yeah.
totally. You might not know who you see in there.
Yeah, the shore is not what it used to be, man. For a multitude of reasons. I mean, they had the big fire on the boardwalk.
Oh, the
Sandy
hurricane,
wiped
yeah.
out the hurricane.
Now
I mean,
COVID.
Jersey Shore's not filmed there anymore. That brought a lot of people in. It was like
Well,
the
before
trifecta.
but do you remember before the Jersey Shore?
It was
remember,
busy, man. It was
no,
crazy.
remember the MTV Beach House used to be
Oh
there
yeah.
Yeah.
every year.
Oh yeah.
And they
That
would
was-
film the little whatever they would call True Lives or whatever they were. Remember the guy from New York? He was like a union worker. What the bald head? What the Tommy?
yeah,
Tommy.
yeah, Tommy
Remember?
Cheeseball.
Tommy
Cheeseball.
Cheeseball. Yeah.
Cheeseball.
They filmed the
They
documentary
need to
about
give him some more money.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that was hysterical.
that
but
was.
before that, it was the dude from Ocean. It was Eric Nice.
Yes.
was
Eric
Eric
Nice.
Nice.
Remember him?
It
Nah,
was-
his niece, whatever his name was. Yeah.
He was doing the dance.
Yes,
The grind
yes,
dance. Like,
yes.
and people were on their tubes, chilling in
What was
the
that
pool.
called? The beach?
It was called I
The
think
Beach
it was
House or
called
something.
the Shore Thing.
The Shore thing. Okay.
Sure, I think it was called
Yeah.
the Shore.
Yeah. They've been filming down here forever, man.
It's too
Forever.
fun. It's
but-
too funny.
I remember the traffic would be backed all
the
all
way
the way
up
down
35.
37.
Yeah.
30
And 37.
Well, 37 to getting over the bridge.
And 35 from Brick.
I
From
remember
the
work. I
Logan
remember.
Bridge.
I'll never forget.
But
I
a
was 4th of
lot
July
has
work.
changed.
I was working at Cafe Italia,
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, damn, the fucking seats are popping right now, and I'm stuck working here.
Right, yeah. And I got side work. I got to roll silver.
But there is shit that went on years ago. The people just the
Don't.
fights that went on. The
Bro.
listen, nobody kicked your ass like the cops kicked your ass in
cops-
Seaside back in the day.
Yeah.
The cops used to fuck people up
There
back in the
was
day.
Hulk
Like,
used to work
fuck you up.
outside the
Yeah.
Aztec. I remember him just throwing people out like.
And then they got a
The
bunch. And then they
Aztec
got a
was
bunch of
great.
lawsuits,
The
and then
Aztec
it
was
just
great.
kind of
Oh.
stopped happening.
Is the
But-
Aztec still there?
Aztec is still there. Lewis still owns Aztec. He's still
No
chilling.
shit.
And he owns Jack's, I believe. And
Yep.
and that was like, I think I survived. Like, you know, they put that meme out about if you had used the
Yeah.
restroom at Jack and Bill's, then,
Yeah, your
then
COVID's
you're
okay.
good.
Yeah,
You're
good,
straight.
Yeah. The trough.
Bro,
The trough.
the
It's literally a
trough.
trough, bro.
You know how psychotic it was to bring
Yeah.
like 3 cases of beer up those stairs
Yeah,
at the
dude.
Aztec or at Jack and Bill's? The stairs were as steep as can be.
Yep.
The one at the Aztec was behind the bar, so like you're just like popping it up to see if somebody's like on a Saturday, like a
Right.
St. Patrick's Day.
You could see, bro.
bananas.
Listen, people don't
Crazy.
even understand. On a Thursday, Jack and Bill's used to be busy on a Thursday. I would go on a Thursday. You could look directly through the floor and see the basement.
Yeah.
You could literally look down and you could see people walking around the basement. Probably you down there grabbing beer. And shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's crazy. You're like,
That's
why?
the old Jack and Bill's.
The one that burnt. Yeah,
yeah,
burnt.
yeah.
Yep. But now even the new Jack's, the new Jack's
I've
Garage,
never
the new
been there.
place,
I've never been there.
Jack's
it's
is
got a trough to piss in. When you go in there to piss, you're standing next to 12 guys peeing in a fucking horse trough.
It's a-
You know, it's crazy.
By the way, isn't the spot that you guys go to what's that spot called? The Butcher's Block? You guys-
Butcher's Block, yeah.
You guys, I got to roll with you guys.
Oh, yeah,
You
bro.
guys go there.
We
I haven't
love
been
that
there. I haven't
place.
been there.
Yeah.
It's closed. They're closed right now, actually.
It's
they?
a,
Because they're
it's a
renovating. Yeah,
Are they?
But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
little tough to
Bang.
get into, especially on a weekend.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Usually we can get in there. Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Roger
I call
goes,
Frankie.
Roger
Call
goes
Frankie.
and, you know,
Frankie,
winks.
get
We
me
give
in.
a couple
Get me
winks.
in, yeah.
You know,
No.
lassos them in.
My girl is friends with the owner, Tommy's wife. So sometimes she can get
So
us
he
in there.
finagles. He finagles. You know,
Finagles.
Yeah,
little
yeah.
schmoozing.
It's
So-
funny.
not always.
I'll
If they're
sign you-
busy,
I'll sign
if
you
they're
an
busy, it
autograph.
don't matter. But if they can get you in, they'll get you in.
Come on.
But
Give a little bicep pose.
you know Frankie, so you get in.
You know
get
what the
in.
crazy part is about working with him, with like his fan base and his like, you know, we were talking about it upstairs. This dude, I started watching my streams, like pick them apart. The Answer, 48 Hour Storm. They're always at the top.
Yeah.
Almost every,
I listened to that today.
Almost
48
every,
Hour Storm.
Almost every single week,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, dude, like he doesn't realize. I thank him every time I see him, but it's just like. I see people from Belgium. I see people from Moscow. I see people from like crazy places on Spotify just listening to those songs, Shazamming them.
Bro,
Like,
I'm telling you, I wasn't kissing your ass. We get complimented all the time on our intro.
That's awesome.
People love our
that's
intro.
That's
They love
amazing
it.
to me. Well, we're gonna like Jimmy.
When I
like,
first heard it, I was like, "What the fuck is he gonna say about me?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's
did-
like,
did-
"Rogers Rants." I'm like, "He must have
Rogers
checked out my
Rants.
Instagram."
Rants.
Yeah.
It's like you know that it's gotta be that time.
You're learned, bro. You're learned. You're learned.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You study this guy, you know what I'm saying? I would watch stuff. I'd watch his interviews with Joe. I'd watch like, you know, like literally like I would, you know, you got to know what you're writing about.
And when I heard it, I was like, "You must have checked out my Instagram a little bit," because not many people know about Rogers Rants. I haven't done them in a long time, but I used to do them pretty regular. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Did it come natural? Did it
that,
come natural?
that the show for the show?
No. I'm saying just your whole. I mean, the fact like rapping. Did it come
think-
natural to you?
I think so. I used to write other people's rhymes. Like the Jizza is probably my favorite lyricist. Probably, you know, like I would write other people's rhymes and like I wouldn't study the way that I was writing them, but I would just love to memorize them. And I have like you can memorize, you can recite.
See,
It's
that's so
just-
foreign to me. I couldn't do it.
You play,
Yeah, and-
Patty. Like you have such a gift for like just playing with things. Because I feel like you 100. Whenever we're just talking, you're rhyming shit together. That like we're talking about pizza. And
Like right
he's
now,
killing-
could you just rip us off something right now?
I mean, yeah, like
Do
yeah.
it. Do it, man.
I make the best of lows, turn them into record highs. More bars than Fort Knox, extra gold. I'm well invested in those. So as the message grows, I pitch it for episodes yet to be televised.
See, I
Press
could
it,
never do that.
Stretch it wide. You've seen Man on Fire, bullet never lies, and only heaven knows how many could catch it live. Show that I shot it as far as my focus. I'm like Miyagi in the dojo with the chopsticks. catching flies.
Shit.
You know, but I don't read when I record. I prefer a mental exercise, so I don't meet up with Maddie until it's memorized and he get it sounding better than homemade shepherd's pie. You know, like shit, like just
Storyteller.
easy stuff. You know,
Easy, bro. That's
Easy.
fucking. That's calculus, bro.
That is.
That's
It's
calculus
not
to
easy.
me.
There's nothing easy about that.
but the coolest thing is being able to like do something for like local guys. Like that's like coolest shit. Like the home team effect. Like she could come with me to a show.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
my sister-in-law's sister. Like she's family.
Yeah,
Jimmy's family. Frankie's like family. You know what I mean? Like like everybody is just connected. Eric and Maddie, who like I work with, like those guys. Like if you don't have a mix mastering engineer, your beat, your shit's not gonna sound right. You know, like this guy's on standby. Like Mark is with him. Like just like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's fighting for something. You know what I mean? I think working with him, you know, like almost thinking from his perspective, incorporating your own, and then like for all the fighters out there that are fighting for something, you know, he's on the most extreme level. You know what I mean? But like everybody's fighting for something in life, so I try to embody that when I work with.
Who's
them.
like your top three rappers, idols of all
top?
time?
Oh, that's so tough for me.
Top five.
Oof.
Give us ring some off.
All right. I love Nas. Love Big. Love Guru from Gangstar. Love Ghostface Killer. Love Method Man. Love the whole Wu-Tang Clan, Deep Space Nine is everything. Like they were everything when I was younger. I embrace more. I don't know. Like nowadays,
I was gonna say everybody you named is iconic and epic in every way. I agree, but they're all old school guys. Anybody new out that you dig? I mean, it just doesn't
Banks.
seem to me.
Banks.
Banks. See, I'm not familiar at all. I got to listen to Banks.
She doesn't rap.
No.
Only one track. Maybe she raps a little bit. But like I would say J. Cole. J. Cole is in my soul.
You listen to any Tom McDonald stuff? What do you
I
think?
do.
You
I
like
do.
him?
Fake woke.
Yeah,
I
bro,
think
he's different. He's
listen,
just different.
What he's saying.
Yeah.
Who's he?
People hate on him, man.
He does. He raps very politically. He does a lot of political stuff.
This
But
fucking guy loves politics.
Yeah, listen, but he said he says something. He says like I got to give it to him, man.
but he's pretty intellectual with it.
When you're neck and neck with Eminem
Yeah.
in the charts,
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
tell you shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what? He has a song out?
Oh, bro, he's got
He
a,
is-
he's got a
I
bunch of
never-
stuff
I never
out,
heard
but
of him.
obviously
Yeah.
his most listened
his
to
name?
stuff, Tom McDonald.
He's like,
He's
He-
a rapper?
He's a rapper, yeah.
Sounds
White guy, face tatted.
Sounds like my accountant.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom McDonald's doing my
I
accountant.
love that. I
But
love
the-
that. That's his name.
but you hear him in an interview, and I mean, if you didn't see his face and didn't look at him, like the face and the persona does not match what he says. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
I
He's
gotta check him out, too.
yeah, check him out.
but he's definitely like he would be he's neck and neck with Eminem in
Yeah.
the charts. How can you really tell him anything? And he makes it a point to like show that he's neck and neck with
Right.
Eminem, or like he went above Eminem on the charts
Yeah.
and shit like that.
My sister told me to listen to Eminem's new song. Shit, what was the name of it? Where he's like going back at the critics, the Generation Z that's trying to cancel him.
Yeah.
I think I heard that. I can't remember
shit,
what
I
it's
forgot
called
the name of
either.
it.
Eric used to work with your sister, with Gina, with,
yeah,
like back in the day
yeah.
with singing too. That's
Yeah,
the craziest
yeah,
part.
yeah,
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 Eric
yeah.
Your
used
sister
to.
sings?
Yeah.
She did in the past.
Oh
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
no way, I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah,
that. No
yeah.
shit.
She made a song too back in the day.
So you are musically inclined.
No,
in
not
the
me. That's
soul.
my
Yeah,
sister.
you
Nah.
listen, but
I listen.
That's
I feel like I got a good.
music.
I don't know if I got a
Counts.
good ear, but I know
It
what I
counts.
like. I listen. What I listen to, I like. That's all I know. You know.
Now he said
like
he
Pat
sings all
Messer.
around the house at all times.
Your walkout song
What do
has
you
always
sing?
been Biggie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
Bro.
always, but
Oh, I thought
since
it was
2009.
Okay,
Yeah, I
bro,
made
the
it
whole crowd gets hyped to that every
Yeah,
time.
that's
Oh my
what's
God.
funny, bro. I mean, if
Frankie's-
you listen to the
And the
words,
way
I
it's not just the
I-
song, which is iconic and epic. He runs out. He
Well, yeah.
sprints
Run.
out,
It's
bro.
the
Yeah,
run,
yeah.
But you know,
and it's the stomp after.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the
Yeah,
stomp.
yeah, yeah.
It's really the
Yeah.
stomp.
Hell yeah.
And it's
just high energy.
The pound of the chest.
It's high energy. Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
bro, you don't want it with this guy.
When I used it for the first time I used it, I was fighting Sean Shirk.
Yeah.
And it was
talk
like
about
your reign on top with
cheesesteaks.
short like leprechaun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm like he had the belt for a little bit. I was like perfect,
Bro.
you know?
And,
That
and
was-
recently just got it tatted on you, right?
I
Frankie
got
Baby?
the most shady.
The most shady.
I got
yeah,
the
yeah,
most
yeah,
shady.
yeah,
I
yeah,
figure
yeah.
that's the only thing. This is my ode to the walkout song.
Yeah,
You
It's
know?
classic. It's
Yeah,
classic.
yeah.
I remember
Need
like
it.
Jimmy and I were at, I think, Nick Catone's spot, was just talking to you, and you're just like, yeah, we were just eating cheesesteaks beforehand, me and, like, I think it was Chris. Or like, I'm just like, what? You're like, bro, like, it's like the infamous look at the clock. You know, and like, you're like, yeah, we were just eating cheesesteaks beforehand. It was nothing. Like, me and Jimmy are looking at ourselves like, bro. Yeah, story he told us. We're like looking, yo, you work, you.
No. For my first fight in UFC, because I was fighting 55. I'm on my way to weigh-ins. Me and Chris, I'm at Mandalay Bay. No one knows who I am, so I can walk around freely. You know, I'm at Mandalay Bay. I'm like, yo, literally on our way to weigh-ins. I was light. I'm like, I'm gonna eat this cheesesteak, but I don't want to be too light on the scale.
Me and Jimmy are cracking up like, what? But like that's
Bro, I'll never forget. That was my first UFC fight, and we're at Mandalay Bay, and I could eat what I pretty much want. I was going to the buffet every meal, eating everything, dessert, soda. I'm like, what was I doing?
crazy.
And I know you've been asked this question before, but did you feel better fighting? I mean, that I'd call that your natural weight, right? Maybe you even because they didn't have a 155 when you first.
Dude, that first fight, bro, I took on 4 weeks' notice, and for
did you
2
feel
weeks,
better fighting
can't-
at 155
I
than at
have the same, bro. I always feel the same.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Fight wise, I feel the same.
Right,
you
right.
know. But I mean, that was
You feel like you hit with more power at 155? I mean, that's 20 pounds difference than
nah,
where you're
I
at
mean,
now.
not really, because
No.
I weighed 55 when I fought 55,
Right.
pretty much. You know,
Right,
maybe
right.
58. I mean, now I weigh 45 when I fight 35, or
Right.
maybe 48 when I fight. So I'm not that far. I'm not that far off. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Still the same.
Is that crazy that you can hydrate that much in 24 hours?
Dude,
right?
yeah. I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah. After this last fight, I was probably up to I was up to.
And you have to do it naturally. Now,
I was up
right?
to 51,
IVs
52.
are banned now, right?
Oh, yeah, I never really did Avies
Yeah.
anyway.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, anyway, got sidetracked there for a bit.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice. All good. All
But
good.
walkout music
Yo,
is
but
definitely
that
dope.
is-
man.
yeah.
Yep.
What I mean, and like Bro,
We always went out. I don't even know Tom's Reese. We had some battles. Did you go to Memorial or Old Brick?
I went to Old Brick
Okay.
and then Memorial my senior
Okay,
year. I was
so-
considered a traitor my senior
Oh,
year.
were you really?
Because my
Yeah.
house burnt down in '98.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
you
shit.
fucking traitors.
So,
Your
yeah,
house burnt
yeah,
down.
I know.
Yeah, come on
They
now.
whipped out the newspapers when I was at the free throw line. I was just like, dude, you guys are doing me like that. But like you remember when they pull out the newspapers,
No.
like
Yeah,
acting
yeah,
like they
yeah.
wouldn't even see you.
Oh,
Like everybody
yeah,
in the stands. I was
yeah.
like, you guys are really clowning me like that. So, but it was cool. I went on a winning team, and I was just like, I want to win games. And we made the States for the first time in like forever. Like, I went to the same prep school that Greg Albano went to after, got a full ride to the gunnery in Connecticut, went to prep school for 1 year, and then went
Oh,
down.
so that's your affiliation with
I didn't know that.
Connecticut. All right.
Well, yeah, like
That's
well,
how you
yeah.
got
My-
acclimated with the pizza
my-
business up there.
My pops used to coach at WestCon too, so in Danbury. So I would go visit him as a kid.
I've been to Danbury. I dated a girl that had roots in Danbury, so I've been there. It's like an old school town, very
Yeah,
old
yeah.
school. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never.
Bro, Connecticut's a lot like Jersey, though, right?
It's similar. It is.
Yeah,
It's a
In lot of
suburb of
ways,
New
yeah,
York.
yeah.
it's just
right?
a little pocket right outside of Yale, New Haven pizza. Like I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. And I guarantee you, they were from New York initially, and they just went. They found a spot,
Yep.
and that's it. But like Frank, Pepe's, and Sally's, you cannot go wrong. Best pizza ever. And on your way
I gotta
down, you can
write some
stop.
of these
Write it down.
I
And
gotta
on
write
your-
some of these
on your-
down.
Or just message
and
ShoreSHOT.
and on your way down, you can stop at Joe and Pat's. You can stop at Danino's. You can stop at.
I got a
L&B's.
boy in Connecticut that lives in. Connecticut. I got to ask him.
It's crazy, but I definitely got to go to Mark's spot though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you got
Pinos, I have not
We're
been
good.
yet.
Bro, but now,
Wait,
now
I thought you said you were there. Pinos,
I
huh?
haven't gone to Pino's.
Oh,
yet.
okay.
No,
I haven't been either.
Every time I get up with Jimmy, every time like they're over on the Hamilton side, so every time I get up with Jimmy to do edits,
Yep.
we'd always go to Palermo's. I'd have a 2 for $20 on Tuesday. God bless the place. They
We'd
closed
kill it.
down. Me and Jimmy were devastated. We're like, what are we gonna do? Like every time
Didn't
we
you
would edit,
go?
we would
And it
edit.
was
Yeah,
closed? Like,
we talked to
you guys were
like
like,
every time I go over there, it's like a tradition. I just always would pick up Palermo's, and they had the tomato pie, most slamming pie. The other spots are
Sounds like
like
he uses this for the pizza.
you know what? It's just like
No, we have
we gotta
fun.
we gotta
have a
talk.
lot
We
of
gotta bring
fucking
up the
fun.
pizza.
If you could just book
Bro,
gigs at
are you-
pizzerias,
I
you'd
would
work
be-
for
I would
free,
be-
right?
I would be
yeah,
good.
yeah. Are you only pizza or like a foodie?
No, I think
Pizza.
I'm
I
just.
need to hear a rhyme about
I'm
some
just
pizza.
I'm just a pizza fanatic. I think so. Like I have
Whole
a problem. I have a
album.
problem with pizza. You
Yeah.
know, I could
You go
eat
to
it.
Daddy's Pizza. When they move your pizza to Daddy's Pizza, right?
Got Frankie for the feature.
Yes.
No, that's from
Catching up.
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah. Who's the master?
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, like being able to do stuff with Frankie, with Jimmy, and make the movies that we've made, like
It's been so dope, man.
it's
for real.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's really really crazy. It changed my shit.
And it's something that you have forever.
Yeah.
When I'm laid back, when I'm old, like Roger's age and shit,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go back and I'll be like, damn, that's from my kids.
So, like,
you
is
know?
Frankie ever gonna stop fighting? No, he's gonna be fighting, scrapping when he's 80.
Yeah,
He's scrapping.
yeah.
He's gonna be scrapping with his
Even when I'm
sons.
done
I
like,
try
fighting
to-
for the UFC, I'm still gonna be fighting.
He's still
I
gonna be
promise you.
scrapping.
I try to
yeah.
pressure this guy all the time and ask him the hard hitting questions, and he's
Dude,
like, "This is
I've
what I
watched
do,
him.
bro." He's like, "This is what I do."
I know.
So you know what I
he's-
mean?
And he's on a
Yeah.
higher plateau
Yeah,
than
yeah.
anybody else. You can't say shit to the guy.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
We're having fun still.
Absolutely. And it's
Just invite me to that Hall of Fame introduction, man. I want to be there for that. So make sure you put me on the Amex card for the flights out there.
But on that note, Patty's gonna be. I just see him as an old grandpa, just
rhyming on the
to
porch.
all the
Yeah.
kids,
Rhyming
like
on the
just
Why not?
making
Why
their
not,
minds
right?
like go
Yeah.
crazy,
Teaching
that's what-
is something I would definitely love to do. I've learned so many lessons working with.
Teaching would be something you like to do.
I would like to adjunct just doing like music publishing, showing people how to
Yeah.
trademark their shit, showing them how to copyright their stuff, showing them how like you could tour independently if you want to, but these are the kind of organizations that you need. I never had a manager, so I had
You
to
figured
learn.
all this out
I
on
had
your
to
own.
figure it out on my own, and I would love to pass that on.
There's got to be a market for that.
Yeah, how
it's
could you
got to
do
be.
that? How
You
could
know,
you do
got to be a
It's-
market
It's
for
like
that.
if I wrote a curriculum up, like a curriculum up,
Yeah.
and just and presented it, you could probably get like paid a little bit and just help people in different community colleges.
Sure.
I would love to do that one day. I just want enough success with like the songs like that I've done with Frank, like Pick 'Em Apart or The Answer. Like I got them signed to publishers. Like I didn't get them signed to labels. But I got him signed with publishers that have clients that'll pull from a library, like say the UFC pulls from a certain library for music, original music. It has to all be original, and they use it behind their promos on Instagram. They use them for their promos on TV. What I've learned is just to try to get as many golden eggs in as many golden baskets as I can. So like when I write a song, I pitch it, I get it signed. It's like an underground win. It's like an underground fight club that like, you're getting a victory, but it hasn't hit yet.
Right.
So you're like, it's an agonizing process sometimes.
Sure.
So like I want to teach kids to just hang on and like be able to do that. It's an avenue you got to do, So like that's part of it.
Understand it, 'cause, right. It just seems impossible, but if you, like you said,
but
if
like
you understand, same thing with me. You go to, the more auditions you go to,
correct, the more it's going to happen.
the
It's
more
like you got a sales
for
job.
Yes, and the no's, you just keep going.
It's like
You both have original music on iTunes and Spotify?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got like almost close to 100, like 100 plus stuff. Like 4 albums, another one coming.
What's your most downloaded?
I would say Show Love, just because of the Sandy shit that happened.
Right,
like with everything with
right.
the storm, and I got like elementary students involved, and I was
cool.
donating the money to Holy Family up in Union Beach. So like when I did that, like I might be the first rapper that performed at a grandparents' day at an elementary school.
No way.
That might be what
amazing,
I
man.
take away.
Yeah,
Had some principals printing out the lyrics and rocking it with the kids. That's cool with me.
Just scratching out the cuss words. Like, all right,
working with my family, working with Effie. I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm just trying to get my stuff on TV and film so it'll hit.
Sure.
I could get a little residuals.
Yeah.
And that'll be my residuals.
I think that's what's cool about Patty too, is like my pops can like turn on, not a knock to anybody else, but my dad can play his record and he's like, I can understand every word, and he's not cursing, he's just telling like real stories,
being lyrical,
and you don't lose anything from him. Not if he was cursing, it'd be just as dope, but like I think he brings a different audience to the art form, and like
it is true.
that's
Now
so
that I think about it, I don't hear a lot
necessary,
of curse words in your thing. My dad's biggest gripe with our podcast, my dad listens pretty religiously. He goes out to the camp, starts a fire, sits outside with the coyotes, and he usually will put our podcast on. But he's always like, "Why do you guys got to curse so much? Why do you guys got?" I'm always like, "It's Frankie. It's Frankie."
I do not appreciate the profanity.
I can't help it.
My dad says, "Watch your fucking language."
It is what it is.
My dad's biggest critique of our show is like, "Why do you guys got to say that F word so much?"
Mr. Matthews. It's from getting hit in the head.
Listen to Pat's album.
Then I tried to convince him that it's a sign of intelligence, because they say
that's what they say.
Intellectual
I don't
people,
believe it.
what they say is, I think the exact definition of it is you use the entire vocabulary. It doesn't mean that you have to say the F word every other sentence. It just means that if you use your entire vocabulary, you're also using curse words.
I'm a passionate person.
I like
yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah. So.
How about in my 8th grade talent dance? I
want to hear more about this. I want to hear more about this
talent show. 8th grade thing.
Dance.
Me and my boy, we did "You're All That I Need" with Mary J.
That's the
and we had some chicks sing a hook and some other dudes sing.
That's like one of the greatest songs of all time.
No, I'm not. I just have balls. I have balls.
If anybody found the footage on what I did when I was a kid, they would abuse me. I did "Pray" by MC Hammer.
With the pants? Did you have the pants?
Bro, my boy Connor, who's up in heaven right now, you did it with me. And we borrowed like my mom's like puff pants. Like it was terrible. Like anybody can make fun of me for that, whatever. Like it's all good. But like if I could see that footage, that's why we prayed.
Yes. But at the time it was amazing.
Yeah.
Bro, Vanilla Ice when he first came out was amazing. You know what I mean?
I know, it's just so funny like that we came.
Nobody wants to admit it now, but everybody was listening. Remember Informer, the Canadian?
By Snow.
Informer.
He was Canadian?
No, I'm not. He was Canadian. Yeah,
was he?
I thought you said am I Canadian?
no.
Close, but
that was MC Shan's.
Yes, yeah.
And MC Shan's.
Remember when that came out, man?
Informer.
Yeah.
Informer.
And you know she told me
He's a white guy too, right?
He's the white guy. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
sound like he's like Jamaican now,
Yeah,
right?
he did. He did. Yeah.
I lick your boom boom now.
Yeah.
And he keep boom boom down. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Bro, that's too
Like
funny.
a one hit wonder, but
Yeah.
when it came out, like I
We love
was
a
hooked.
one-hit
Yeah,
wonder.
I'll take a one hit wonder any day of the week.
for sure.
That's good stuff. You write a theme song for a TV show.
Oh, you're done, right?
You can retire off
Bye-bye.
one song. Yeah, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Like-
Syndicated. Hey, hopefully this podcast takes off, motherfucker. We'll be all right,
Absolutely. We'll be doing it.
You'll get residuals.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Frankie, make him sign a form real quick.
Oh, no, but good times though. And we just keep on rocking, you
That's
know?
it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can't wait to I told Jimmy, I was like, yo, what camera do I need? Like, I want to be able to shoot with him, do more stuff with Frank, do more stuff for other artists, like other talented dudes that like work with him. If it's a young fighter like Paul or like Santos from
We've had many of them
Side.
on, man. Many.
You know,
So
like,
the sky's the limit if you wanted to connect with those guys and make something personal for them, you know?
But that's what I mean. Like, Jimmy and I, like, we always just have fun working with people. But, like, it's, like, something different. Like, I guess there's a certain line. It's like I know Frank.
Yeah.
Like, when it's like, personal, it's personal,
Right,
you know?
right.
So, like, it's cool like that. But, like, I used to work at CBS in Manhattan after I graduated from school. So I was writing commercials for podiatrists and put your best foot forward. And, like shit like that. Like, so,
I didn't
like,
know that.
it was like doing that stuff. I used to actually record some of the radio spots for my clients. They wouldn't know it was me because I would be like suited and booted going to meet them.
I want to hear these.
And then like it would be like there was one guy who was like TKO motor coach. I remember he would like take people to all the different, like he'd go to AC, he'd go to the spot what's the place in Connecticut?
The
is it
Mohegan
something
Sun.
Not
Wood?
the
Mohegan
Sun,
Mohegan
yeah,
Sun.
yeah.
I did a commercial for this guy, and it was like ding, 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 fighting out of the left corner. Like it was like it was like a Bruce Buffer type commercial. This guy got so many calls. Nobody knew about it at 1010 Wins that it was my commercial, like that I made. I was just like, yeah, this is just their creative copy. You know what I mean? Like,
That's crazy.
they had it already. They already had it done. Here it is. I gave it to the project. Like the traffic
great.
coordinator was hysterical. So like. That kind of stuff, though, it's fulfilling. Like, working with you, fulfilling. Like, like, helping a business out, fulfilling. Like, having a kid rap your rhyme with you, crazy. Having fighters from all over Russia rocking to your shit just because Frankie posted it, ill. Like, having...
Bro, they're all coming here now to train.
Well, yeah, I know. And just to think, I used to sit next to Nick Nicotone in high school. Like, we had Mrs. Tarnowski for history together. He was right next to me. Right next to me.
Crazy.
So, because that video, I remember that I talked about seeing you guys perform. I was saying that was like when life was normal. I was like, let me know, but I want to come check you guys out. Yeah. We got to get back to that, man. That'll be
do.
We
I
definitely
know.
do.
The world
I
needs
know.
that.
It was
It needs
100%.
that.
And today reminds you of that. Like,
Yep.
it was nice out today, and you just wanted to go
Bro,
somewhere.
I was in the city
and
today.
do
Be on a
something.
rooftop.
I was in the city today. It's the first time I went in the city. Well, I was in Brooklyn Saturdays, but it's the first time I've been there since this pandemic.
Yeah.
And, bro, I got to the city. Went through the Lincoln. I got all the way to Easttown in like an hour and 15 minutes.
Crazy.
I'm like,
'Cause
what?
no-
Dude, I
crazy.
went
'Cause the
down.
city's-
I went
that's
down
unheard
8th
of.
Ave.
The
I went
city's
down
dead,
8th
right?
Ave today at 1:30, and
No traffic.
no traffic. I'm like, what is going on?
It's not
Yeah.
right. They gotta get rid of your boy.
That's it.
They
Not
gotta
my
get rid
boy.
of you.
Not my
I know
boy.
it's
I think
not your
he's.
boy.
I
They
think
gotta
he's
get-
on his
they
way
gotta
out.
get
I
rid
think
of
he's
him
on his
and-
way out.
Him and Fredo.
Yeah.
Cuomo.
Yeah.
We won't go there.
Not my boy.
We won't go there. Let's not even.
I
go
think
there.
it looks like he's on his way out, but I mean, New York's a ghost town right now.
it's not.
It's a
cool.
mass exodus out of that place,
It's not cool.
and I don't blame him. If I lived there, I'd be out of there too.
She had to leave
Yeah.
and come back to Jersey.
Yeah.
I feel it was, we're so close. So, like, a lot of my homies are from, like, Oklahoma. Like, they're not going to go back to Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Like, Jimmy had just got his house a couple years before, so it just made sense. But, yeah, I mean, it's completely different. Like,
Right,
my friends
yeah.
who are there, I mean, it's it still has that energy. I'm not knocking it at all. I mean, it's still, the
spirit's
the
still there.
spirit is still there on the block,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's just-
New York's always gonna be New York, but you just wonder how
How it-
changed is it?
I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
How long
my
is this?
my industry, like Broadway, has not like just closed doors for
Right.
for
And, like,
over
how can
a
it
year,
bounce
you know?
back?
Cruise ships
I
too.
know.
You mentioned
And think
cruise
about
ships
it,
before.
They'll
That
bounce
industry
back.
is
They'll
pretty
bounce
much dead.
back, though.
Yeah.
I grew up in a little town in Maine, lobster fishing community, and a great deal of their catch gets sold to restaurants, and a ton of it gets sold to cruise ships as well, which is pretty much dead at this point. So all my buddies back there are literally selling their catch out of the back of they're selling it like wholesale to the public because they got to pay their bills. You know what I mean? Because so many industries have been shut down. It's crazy, but
it's definitely.
And like with New York, you're talking about something that we were saying. Like it's like it never had a break. Like from the day it started, that was New York Broadway or Times Square is 24 hours a day.
Because of the close
day
proximity of people, and there's no more dense area, right? Really, than New York. So obviously it was hard hit, and they shut it down. But I mean, I have some hope. A lot of states are starting to open back up. I think we talked last week. I think 10 states are fully open now, something like that.
I think
definitely somewhere in that ballpark.
Definitely southern states coming up on the come up.
Yeah.
Texas, Florida.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't want to get political.
Yeah,
I'm saying like no. I just seen one thing like Tim Kennedy, because that's the guy that I follow. He's a former fighter.
Tim Kennedy.
He's like a lifelong military.
Tim, you want to come on the show?
He enlisted to serve his country, so I respect his perspective on things more than just an average person.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, we're praising this guy. He's talking about the Texas governor for letting us open up businesses. Like, we're praising this guy for pretty much being a tyrant to us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's lifting our foot off our throat now. Oh, okay, he's a great guy.
Ian Smith.
You know what I mean?
Ian Smith.
I don't know.
Said the same thing. From Attila's Gym. We had him on. I'm a fan of Ian Smith. He's a patriot. He's got a huge set of balls, but he essentially said the same thing. We're giving this guy a ton of credit, and I think like he's doing something. You got to give him a little credit, but he said he should have done this months and months and months and months ago. People should have stood
I'll
up.
be honest,
but it has to start somewhere, right?
I think Murphy did all right though. He closed down in the beginning.
Ocean County did.
In the beginning, you're like, oh shit, this guy's gonna go crazy, But then, like when Cuomo went and never opened anything up, and then when PA went and closed stuff back down. He never did. He kind of kept things even keel, You see him eating out to dinner and shit. He's at the Butcher Block. He was at some other place. Yeah. Like, this motherfucker's out. He's one of us.
He is.
At that point.
He definitely is.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah. I'd rather be at 100%, capacity,
for sure.
no mask.
I feel like, honestly, bro, I went to a restaurant in Toms River the other day, and it felt like 100%. So that's good.
Yeah. I want concerts to come back in full effect. I never missed them so much in my life.
Yeah. That's what we need, man. I mean, that's
that's something like
makes humanity tick, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Being
social, right? We're social creatures. We're built that way. We need to be around.
When
you put us in this technological world where everything has to be Zoom, especially kids, man. Yeah. It robs you of your identity. It robs you of your humanism. You know what I mean? It just takes it away from you, and we have to get back to that.
Yeah,
we have to. I don't want to get political, Frank. You'll start yelling at me, but it's about control. It's how you control people when you take that away.
Yeah.
When you put people together and
all right. I'm gonna get political.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
This is what scares me. This is what scares me. The only thing, like right now, they're like, oh, we're opening up. Okay, now 30%, 50%, whatever, 100%. By summer, they're like, oh, 100% open. Blah, blah. Then fucking next fall rolls around, they're like, we gotta go back down to 30%.
Yeah.
Like, are they gonna fucking start pulling shit like that? Because I'm not down with that.
Yeah, I'm not either, and I don't know. I just don't know. There's
been quite a change in political power, so I don't know what's going to happen.
I just hope that in order to work a concert or perform at a concert, that I don't need to give them a Vax card and show that I'm.
Oh, I got vaccinated.
Bro,
No, they do.
Yeah. Me too.
Are you gonna turn into Bruce Banner?
Yeah,
He's gonna turn into Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
No,
I was vaccinated already.
That's cool. That's
American
cool.
Airlines. I can fly on any flight that you have. I've been vaccinated.
I got the proof too.
Yeah.
I mean, am I gonna have to start buying fake
so crazy,
like
man.
a fake ID for a Vax card? Like, I'm not scared of it, but it's just like, like if it's not mandatory, it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Yeah. Well, you see it right. They're saying. I mean, again, we're being political, but they're saying like, oh, if you could, you can come into a restaurant without a mask if you've been vaccinated. Like,
Right.
the fuck out of here! I'll do what the fuck I want.
I went to Manhattan.
Thank God I've been
Bagel.
vaccinated already. Thanks.
Yeah.
I went to Manhattan Bagel this morning. I walk in like with my mask on, make the coffee, get the sandwich, and everybody's just with their mask off, sitting down. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. It's
What-
so
what-
stupid.
what- what am I
I'm
doing?
dumb.
I look
How
at them.
dumb
I'm
is
looking
that?
at this 85-year-old, and she's just chilling. Like, what are you doing with your mask on? Like, I'm chilling, right? I'm like, oh man, all right, I'll just drop it, whatever. But like, it's so, like. The theory, it's just there's so many
none of
things
it
that are
make it make
backwards.
sense.
Science
Yeah.
is not
Make it-
science. Yeah.
Some science is just hard to follow. That's all I'm saying.
Depends on who you listen to, what science you want to believe. But, you know, we've weighed in on this pretty heavy. We try to steer clear of it now because people aren't tuning into our show to hear about politics.
No,
But is it politics? This ain't even
it's not.
politics.
Real
you know?
life is what it
This
is.
Yeah,
It's
this
not.
is this
It's-
is like.
Well, listen, since we're on the
Talk about
subject a little
music,
bit, I don't want to
you know.
go in too heavy and how we feel because it's a very divisive subject. But did you see what happened to Cody? Cody Gamble?
yeah,
Did you see
dude,
what happened to
yeah.
him, man?
See
That's
that?
crazy.
I didn't see
You
it.
know
I
Cody Gamble, you know who he is? Right?
Yeah,
Cody
yeah.
Gamble, fighter. He's
Yeah, he's
a
in your
teammate of mine.
Yeah,
He was on Southwest flight. He has a 2-year-old son. Didn't want to wear his mask.
No, it's not that the 2-year-old
Oh, no,
didn't want to wear it.
I
It's
know,
that
but you said-
the 2-year-old like refused to wear it. How do
Yeah,
you tell a
yeah,
2-year-old wear a mask? So the 2-year-old obviously was fidgeting with his mask, pulling it down, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And the flight attendant said, "Look, he has to wear the mask, or you can't be on this flight." They booted him off the flight.
Yeah.
This was recently.
Yeah, just
Like
happened
a week ago. Yeah.
jeez.
And I saw
And
Todd
Flo-
Frazier's Jackie posted they weren't on a flight, but it was basically I think her trying to get their youngest, who's under 2, to wear a mask. I think they were just at home, but like she was prepping him for the flight because they were going out to see Todd, and he's hysterically crying.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck world are we living in, man? It's crazy.
Listen,
But everybody can take their mask off to eat on a plane. Everybody.
He chased the
Correct.
flight attendant
yeah,
too.
into the bathroom.
And the
Yeah,
flight
yeah,
attendant
yeah.
locked himself in the bathroom.
Good for
Yeah.
him, though.
And the buses have been.
I mean,
packed.
I say good for him. She's following orders, I guess. But whoever it was. So I don't know really how to feel about that.
But then Cody's he's a little bit nutbag too.
Yeah.
And he's going up and down the plane filming. He goes up into the cockpit.
To the pilots.
Pilots
he
and
really?
the pilots aren't wearing masks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you guys don't have to fucking wear masks?
He definitely got banned from Southwest. He'll never fly Southwest again.
Did he
But
post it? I'm
that's-
surprised
yeah,
I didn't,
yeah, he
but-
posted it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it went pretty viral.
Yeah.
I like that shit because I don't blame him. How do you make a 2-year-old wear a mask?
Yeah,
you can't.
I was
It's
texting
crazy.
with him,
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, that part is crazy, and also that like they're not following those guidelines
No.
when you're on a bus. Or
Right.
you're on a
Bro,
train or
listen,
you're on a plane.
I've traveled quite a bit during this, and
It's
they're like,
packed.
6 feet, guys, 6 feet.
You're
And then you get on a fucking plane, you're elbow to elbow.
elbow to elbow every time.
And then they're like,
Every
oh,
time.
we're only going to release certain rows at a time. I'm like,
You're
what?
like, what do you mean? That doesn't mean that this
fuck?
Because
That makes
you know why? Because to tell you that doesn't cost them any money.
Yeah.
To release certain rows at a time doesn't cost them any, but packing that plane to the hilt makes them money.
Yeah.
So they're gonna pack that bitch,
Right.
and then they'll make up rules for everything else.
Yeah.
you know.
No,
Right.
it is crazy.
All about the money.
A lot of
It's definitely financially based and politically based. But anyway, let's get off that because we go all day, and people, like I said, most people don't tune into Champ and the Tramp to hear about politics. So
it's all good.
yeah.
So who do you like to listen to? I mean, what kind of genres or?
and I
I'm
think
a
we
big-
and I think we need to
She's
hear
an
you
old
too.
soul.
By the
She's
way,
an
I'm a
old soul.
big if my go-to is smooth jazz. Just
Smooth
for
jazz.
just to get me going. That's like,
That like is that like?
I can't tell what kind of mood
Ellie
I'm in.
Fitzgerald, is that like smooth jazz?
No, like
She loves Stevie.
I feel like with smooth jazz, it's you're specifically as musicians that like you don't even know their names, right? Like
Yeah.
people who just play the horn crazy. I mean, like Kenny G.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Kenny
yeah,
G, right?
yeah.
Right.
But there's so many musicians. I mean, if you like smooth jazz, you want to like calm your kid or your dog down, just type smooth jazz on Spotify.
Alexa.
And
Alexa, smooth jazz.
Exactly. And you'll just hear amazing stuff. You look at the name, it's like
Jazz is therapeutic.
Eddie, whatever. Some
Right.
But
random.
not the elevator music, but the
You gotta. I would just say Spotify, the smooth jazz playlist, and it's not elevator music at all. It's just. It's just got. It's. I would. How
Now,
I
is
like
it
to
lyric?
describe
Is it lyrics or is just
It's
instrumental?
Sometimes they got some like smooth, like I'm so in love inside of me, and a a lot of the time for me, and I know for you, it's the horns that just
The brass. Mm-hmm.
you know, for me as a vocalist, like
Nothing
that
beats it.
is the vocalist of instruments. So you know, that'll like warm me up. But then I kind of bounce all over the place. We listen to a lot of reggae.
Yeah, you guys definitely listen to a lot of.
I love I love
reggae.
Circa Survive. They're from Doylestown.
Not familiar.
They're like rock, kind of punk indie.
You sing Sinatra, you said?
Yeah.
You can't be from Jersey and not love Sinatra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you sing us a little something from Sinatra?
Yeah. I'll do my favorites. Fly Me to the Moon. Of
Yeah,
course. I
you
usually
can.
start all my
favorite.
gigs. I'm like, it's like my lucky. You know, you can't go wrong with Fly Me to the Moon.
I didn't want to
Start
put you
night
on the
off.
spot because I was like, I don't want to make her nervous, but you said you don't get nervous, so I'm putting you on the spot.
she's
I mean,
good.
I appreciate any opportunity.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
Let's
I
hear
mean?
it.
Let's
Let
hear
it
it.
go, baby.
Yeah, so I'll just a little acapella like Patty.
That's it. That's all you need.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Horns, fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship, sing with me, and adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, yeah, in other words, I love you. Yeah.
Amazing.
Just like crush
See what I was talking about?
yeah.
So
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
my girl is a huge Sinatra fan, huge, but her favorite is Frankie Valli by far. Can you do any Frankie Valli?
Oh my.
That is her favorite by far.
I mean,
Bump bump.
Frankie
Who loves
Valli
you, pretty baby?
and Lauryn Hill covered.
Yes,
Can't
that's
Take
right.
My Eyes Off
That's
You.
right.
You
Yeah, I
know?
forgot that. Yeah.
That riff, that
Yeah.
riff in "Who Loves You, Pretty Baby."
Yeah.
That's like one joint. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. If you listen to that little riff in there, like no producer has used that as a sample yet. It's like sick. I don't know.
You just
It's
gave
just
it
how
away.
your
You
ear
just gave it
did.
away.
I
your
just- the best
ear,
kept
your
secret.
ear picks up things
Boom,
that
boom.
the normal ear doesn't. Because I wouldn't have thought of that.
There's this.
But
that
you're
thing-
right.
But you know
Yeah.
that one spot.
Yeah, yeah.
You could put that on in a Jersey club on a
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
night, and it'll just be like, what the hell is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You know, like you could put like whatever DJ behind there,
Right.
but like you could drop it if you're behind the bar, just bum 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 bum. Bum,
True.
bum,
Very
bum, 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 bum. Like it just makes you want to
Yeah.
dance. That shit is classic. I never got to see the Jersey Boys in,
I did.
in
yeah.
theater. At,
I
like,
saw it. It was
Count
great.
Basie.
Yeah, it was
good.
amazing. Yeah.
I heard it was excellent, you know, but didn't get to catch it. It's a good story though.
That's what I like about
The movie,
Patty's.
The movie, yeah, the movie.
Oh,
the
no, I
movie.
thought you
But
meant
like the Broadway show.
yeah, the Broadway show.
Broadway
Yeah,
show.
yeah. That's what I saw. Yeah,
I didn't get to see
It's a
that. I
movie
didn't get to
too.
see.
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's
I didn't
on
get to see
Netflix.
Hamilton. I gotta watch that. Yeah, I haven't seen Hamilton yet.
Well, that's
but I
all.
heard
Now you
that's-
can't. Right? It's all shut down now, right?
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
No, it's
You can
tough.
find a bootleg.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day.
Yeah.
You got the DVD. You got the burnt DVD.
That's what.
Or-
Listen,
no,
all
you
the
know what?
all the greats, all
What
the great
Hamilton?
rappers, they all bootlegged their shit. They were all selling out of a trunk of a car at one point. All of them.
What-
50 did, right?
Yeah, 50 did. When they're not at Exxon anymore at the
Right.
front
Right,
desk,
I
then
know.
we'll have a
Making it,
problem
yeah,
in
yeah,
life.
yeah.
They're still there.
Yeah.
Are they?
So I'm
Are
like,
they?
Yeah, they are still there. I'm like,
People
bro,
still
you
get
guys
CDs?
still have mixtapes at
Crazy.
the counter.
That's
I'm like,
wow.
give me some that. Like,
Now it's a different world. It's all online, obviously.
Well,
all digital
I
downloads
was in
now.
college.
but-
I was in Western PA in 2005
burning
or
CDs.
2000. But my boy,
Bro, I go back.
kid I
To
went to
I go
school
back
in
to
New
8
York.
tracks. By the way,
who was his DJ? Damn, I forget his boy's name.
at your school.
Yeah, but he used to give us. We used to have mixtapes. He would sell mixtapes to everyone out there.
Yeah.
But damn, who was this
It was a
DJ?
good- it was a
Fuck,
good
I
hustle.
can't think of his name.
I
man.
can't tell you how many times aspiring artists have come up to me and said, "Yo, you want to buy whatever, $10, $5, $15?" I always buy 'em. I rarely listen to them because I don't know, like sometimes I just don't get around to it. I usually throw it.
Blake
but
Shelton, that's all you got.
Blake
You got
Shelton.
That's all
I
you
did,
got.
I did grow up. Listen, so for growing up in Maine, where country music is huge, right? I never really was like too
I don't get
into
how
country
I mean,
music,
I guess,
but I'm dying to go to one of these country fest or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
They say like the camaraderie and the just
I always say
tailgating there and everything is the best. Like these country bumpkin fest or whatever, where it's like 10 different artists show up and you're in a big fucking field. I want to go to one because they say my cousin goes all the time and I see the videos and pictures and it looks like the best time ever, but not really my genre of music, even though I grew up in Maine. But
I always say I'm not into country, but like I feel like Willie Nelson's pretty good.
He is.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, and that's
Johnny
considered
Cash.
country. That's
Classic.
great.
Johnny Cash is
Yeah.
he's almost more rock almost
I
than
know, but they
Yeah.
consider
But-
country though,
Yeah.
like somewhat. Like a lot of those guys.
Powerful songs.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's not good. I mean, obviously,
I'm starting into the
it takes-
twangy
I
stuff.
think it's just that genre that you really. It's like it's just preference. Your
White
ear
Buffalo. You
just-
hear the White Buffalo? You ever hear him?
No.
White
I guess you would
I
consider
have.
he'd be country. He's
Yeah.
got such a
Definitely.
rough
And
voice.
what's old
Sounds like a
buddy's
rapper.
name that works with that Justin
does.
Timberlake? What's that one dude? Stapleton?
Chris Stapleton. Yeah,
Sick.
he's great.
Yeah,
He's great.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Drunkard's Prayer is like a song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
he's
dope.
great. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's some good. That's some stuff you like. The good old
I gotta
boys. You
check
bring
that
your
out,
own.
'cause
The
I
good old
didn't know
boys.
that.
You would
Yeah.
love Chris Stapleton.
Never heard of him.
He's
Yeah.
Check it out.
super,
Yeah.
super too,
Yeah.
super talented.
Yeah, but the White Buffalo, he's pretty good too.
You've heard him. He's been on the
I
radio
probably
before.
have,
You're
yeah.
just like, oh, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
You know?
Actually, there's some young dude I heard Rogan talking about Coulter Wall or something. Coulter something. And this dude sounds like he's country as hell. He's from like North Canada. And
Really?
he's like 22 years
And
old.
that's-
And bro, he has like the roughest voice you ever heard.
One of the
crazy.
best reggae rappers or reggae artists that I've ever heard in my life is like a Jewish dude.
Oh, Modest Yahoo.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, he's like
You don't listen to much reggae then, bro.
True. Shabba Ranks though. Shabba Ranks.
Shabuju Bantan. Oh no, that's classic. He can't beat reggae. I love how they used to back in the day. They'd have the one rhythm, like the RIDDIM,
Yeah.
the rhythm.
Yeah.
Everybody would go over the same beat. You'd have 7 different songs over the same.
Yeah.
That's how George St. Pierre. He'd be like, he messed with my rhythm.
That's what my rhythm.
I think in the Biggie doc, he's Jamaican, right? And a lot of
Yeah.
his
Oh,
roots.
that-
His
yeah.
uncle's
That was so dope.
What are they called? Not the disc
Seeing-
jockeys, but the
Yeah.
yeah.
Seeing the dude on the MC,
The
just
MC,
yeah. That was really cool to see, and how he incorporated
and how he would
everything
come home
and
and
incorporated
show
in his
everybody
music.
all
Yeah.
like the dopest
Me and
reggae
my
tracks.
rich. Yeah.
Bro, well, you see that with the one where they're battle rapping? He's battle rapping that little dude.
Yeah,
Yo,
that was-
he ripped
roasted
him.
him.
Holy
Roast-
He's got
shit.
the old mic.
Yeah.
Roasted him.
He looks
That-
so young,
I
too.
know. I miss his flow. His flow.
And what's
how-
crazy, he didn't, I mean, only 2 albums, really.
I know.
Right? I mean, how many songs, really? Probably 40 songs he came out with?
He was
If
so
that.
young.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
he was
know.
23, I thought, right?
23?
It's
23?
such a sad thing.
And like Pac,
How
he
about
died
Pac?
pretty young, too, but he had so many
He
albums.
did. Yeah,
He
yeah.
was
So much.
Yeah, productive as can be.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them. The world isn't the same without those guys.
No.
Mm-mm.
Still,
Not
murders
still.
have never been solved.
Still-
You know how crazy
And,
is that?
and you watch like the document. What was that?
It's so deep, that the cops were probably in on it, and it's deep, man.
Shout out to his sweet mom.
Yeah,
Oh,
she-
Yeah.
The cool part was seeing how she felt about I don't want to be in the video.
I know.
That was
She was
tough.
in
She's
it,
like,
though,
you
and she
get in
killed
this
it.
video, you know.
I feel
she
like your
put
mom would
It
like
was
put
real,
on that
that's
front
real.
and then
That-
be
that's
in one of
some
your.
realness
We gotta
right
get her
there,
in a
yeah.
video.
And everything that we were talking about upstairs, he was like, we found out the Knicks went for 20 down south. Like
Yeah.
you know that you're like, what song did I hear that
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
You're like everything that he's saying, like he incorporated in his
Yeah,
music,
he
and there
did.
was no BS in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, you can't put a price tag
No.
on that because
Nope.
there's people that'll just write it for entertainment, and there's people that live it, and that's why I don't talk a bunch of shit on my records unless it's like something that I could like literally
It's
like
personal
have.
to you. Yeah.
Have some
Driving,
ex-
taking mental notes, gotta write a new
Ver-
verse
while
while I'm
I'm
at
at
work,
work.
hoping that nobody
Stuff,
notices.
stuff like that. Yeah. She's the best. She can take the raps and take them further than I can.
That's
I promise.
amazing.
No, but yeah, like that's a crazy aspect of it, But the realness in Big,
Yeah.
that was so cool to watch. It was just like his friend, like seeing my favorite, like one of my favorites is like the one that he dedicates to O with 112 on it.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Right.
like it'll send chills.
And it's
up your
crazy. It's
spine.
crazy because I remember that song when
I'm missing
and
you.
and that interview was from the interview from
Yeah.
that documentary was in that
Which was just like you're like man
like honestly I'll
Missing
be
You?
honest.
Missing You is the name of the
Yeah.
track, but it's not the one that was dedicated to Big.
Oh,
after
okay.
he
Yeah.
died.
Right.
It was
Not that
not that
Yeah.
one. It was the each and every day daydreams, like the 112. I can't sing like those guys. But,
Yeah.
But like he was like, I remember selling straight bricks of straight flour. Got my man a beat down to the third power. He didn't care. Spent the money in a half hour. You know, like that. Like like everything was crazy. Like
What happened to 112, bro?
I don't.
I forgot about that.
Room
Till you just
12
said
where
that.
the players dwell.
Yeah, Stash, Go Dash, and Burt Bedell. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't know.
So many groups. You wonder like what happened to.
I'll never forget getting
what
the
was it?
room 112 at the fucking at the hotel for the prom. Oh, we got room 112.
We're going to Wildwood. Yo, that was a spot for us. We were going to Wildwood.
Of course.
What was the rap group? They rap so fast. Shit,
Both Thugs and Harmony.
Yes,
Yeah.
bum. Yeah.
They're gonna miss everybody.
Yeah.
My Uncle
The
Charles.
first
Yes.
of the month.
They were-
Yeah.
And
And when Big did that track with him, and he did his flow.
Armed and Dangerous.
Dude.
That was the illest.
Yeah.
That was
He crushed their
ill.
flow.
That was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best.
They were
Yeah.
so fast.
Every-
Busta Rhymes is also crazy.
He's pretty
fast.
fast. Yeah.
Everybody knew somebody's uncle.
They said Jay-Z started out as a fast flow at first.
He was.
Yeah.
If you
Really?
listen to him and Big L.
Yeah.
He sounded like a foo
I
stick.
met him
It was
one
Foo
time.
Snickens.
I met Jay-Z. I mean, but I didn't really meet him.
He was my favorite growing up.
I was
think.
Jay's sick.
bro, he's iconic and always will be. But I was
Jimmy took
standing in
photos of
line
him.
at the Jacob Javits Center to buy a ticket to get in for the motorcycle convention show that they have there every year. Right, I was standing in line, and we rode up on motorcycles. Actually, me and my old roommate Mike, and we stood in line for a while. You know, maybe like 20 minutes, and we're almost to the counter where you pay and buy your ticket, and you go in or whatever. And a dude comes up and taps us on the shoulder, and he's like, "Yo." Can you guys just step aside for a minute? And he was really nice. He was really, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Well, it was a bouncer, and he was Jay-Z's bodyguard, not bouncer. And he asked us if we could step aside. And Jay-Z looked at us and said, thanks guys, whatever.
cool.
But yeah, it was cool, man. So
He's big, he's tall.
Yeah.
He's like your height, right?
I don't remember him
He's
being that
pretty
tall,
tall
but maybe.
dude, right?
He's great. He's great.
You know, probably the nicest person I ever met. And again, everybody's story is different because you catch people on bad days, right?
Yeah.
Like I could be a dick to somebody on a day just because I'm having a bad day. But I think usually I'm a nice guy, you know. So, but
Maybe the person's a dick.
Beyonce, bro, I met her briefly.
Beyonce.
Holy shit, she
I
was
was
the
just singing
nicest
Beyonce on the way here.
human.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
I've
good to
heard
hear. That's good
I've
to
heard
hear.
the
That's
opposite.
crazy.
I've heard the opposite about her. But my interaction with her, she literally was the nicest, and it was maybe 2 minutes long.
I got a
But she
story.
was the
2
nicest
minutes. That's
person.
amazing.
Maybe not even that long.
I got a story.
happened?
I was actually we did a watch party for UFC 100 at Radio City Music Hall in New York.
Oh,
The UFC
awesome.
put it together just when they were trying to get New York
That
sanctioned.
theater's
New York wasn't
gorgeous.
sanctioned yet. So they were doing that, and I had my family with me and stuff. I was like me, Matt Serra,
That's huge.
Forrest Griffin, you know.
Yeah.
And we're in the elevator, and my dad's always fucking talking with people and stuff. He's talking to the guy. He's like, who's the craziest guy you've been in here with, you know, or the biggest, you know. And he's like, you know, and this was right when Rihanna got beat up by Chris Brown.
Oh Jesus.
Right, and he's like, you know, last week I was in here with Rihanna, and he's like, I'm just trying to say, this is fucked up. Obviously, no one deserves to be hit, but he's like, I can maybe see why Chris Brown did that to her. That's what he
Really?
said. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
And they're
I'm like, damn, bro.
Wow.
that's a girl, Rihanna, that I remember like an early interview with her where she was selling her CDs on the street. You know what I mean? Like literally for like $10. You know, so everybody, even the greats, do it.
Luda's got a story like that. Luda
I
used
love
to be
her
a
Caribbean
personality,
influence.
like a DJ personality in Atlanta. He used
Oh
to do
yeah,
that.
yeah, right. He
used to
was,
sell out of
yeah,
his
he was a
trunk.
DJ first. Yeah,
Yeah, like dude, like everybody's got
Everybody
crazy
has
stories.
humble beginnings. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's no taking that away.
I just saw a video recently. Who's the? And I think again, I could be wrong. You guys are, you know, in the music industry, but what's the monkey song? What's the Dance With Me, Dance With Me? I just saw a video of her, and she's got a little sign. She's got like a mic in front of her. She's in like a hotel lobby and got a sign in front of her. CD's $5, and then boom, that song took off. You know what I mean?
Especially
Crazy.
nowadays. I mean,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get made fun of by everybody here for this, but I'm gonna say it. lyrically speaking, lyricist-wise, probably in person, the person that didn't have an instrument, didn't have back. I've seen Chris Brown perform. I've seen a ton of people perform, and they're all amazing. They're great, and it's
Who
intriguing.
doesn't play,
Lady
you're saying?
Gaga, but not play anything and literally just stand there with a mic and perform and be completely riveting and captivating. Adele, like her voice was just.
Why would that make fun? Why would it make fun?
I don't know. I've said that before, and people are like Adele, like of all people.
I think she's.
But,
Yeah.
but I haven't
Yeah.
seen of people I've
She's got
seen.
some soul, right?
You know,
Yeah, I
of
think so.
people
I think
that
so,
I've
man.
seen.
Fuck them
Just her
guys.
performance was captivating because I remember like it was just her and a stage
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Vocals, just pure.
You know,
I mean,
yeah, nothing else. And I was like, wow,
she's a
that was.
powerhouse too.
It was the depth of her voice and the emotion and passion behind it
When
was
did you see her? Just
MTV Music Awards many years ago.
Okay.
Eminem
she was, like,
Eminem was
when
on the
she was,
same
like, the most
stage and
popular.
yeah.
Not that she's
yeah.
not,
It was
you know,
their
she's
first. She took a
massive.
little sabbatical when she had the baby and then came back. But this was early in her career when she had all the big hits and I just remember thinking,
He's gonna
wow.
like Banks.
I'm so checking out Banks. I'm definitely checking
like
out
her.
Banks. Yeah.
She's amazing. What was I gonna say? When I went to Rock the Bells, Ice Cube, Lauryn Hill performed with Nas.
Yeah.
Came out with
Rock.
Nas.
Every
had-
time you say Rock the Bells, I think of LL Cool J.
I know.
Oh,
It was-
yeah,
is
Rock-
it-
it's
they
kinda
do the.
named-
No,
It's like
no. What's the?
well,
LL
he's got
Cool
well,
J
he's
is
got
hard
Rock
as hell,
Bell.
yeah.
yeah.
No,
Battle
what-
Anybody.
Yeah.
That's
She
definitely-
wasn't on his. It was written album. No, shit, it wasn't her. Right,
She was on I Ruled the World.
I was okay. Yeah,
If I Ruled the
okay,
World,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
on the.
yeah,
It was
it was written. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, but I think they have like I don't know. They do certain.
Love 'em, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
loves him. So like seeing J. Cole with a live band, but seeing Ice Cube, watching him, he was on a different level. Like
Yep.
he, not like I saw Red and Meth. They had water bottles. They were throwing them all over the place. Their energy was insane. Naughty by Nature, Beach Balls,
Yep.
in the crowd, like Salt and Pepper, dope show. Ice Cube comes out. Debo's on a monster bike, just pedaling out.
Debo?
You're like-
so this is after Friday,
You're like,
obviously. yeah,
he's
yeah.
the headliner. You're like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
Debo.
yeah. He just
Like,
passed away a couple
I
years
know,
ago.
I
right?
know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Tiny Harris.
Yeah.
But like, let's separate the left side and the right side. Like, and I'm gonna make this side say this, and I'm gonna make
Classic.
this side
The
say
best.
Ah, yeah,
And
that's dope.
that. The way that he
Crowd
crushed like Ice Cube, hands
Yeah.
down, like. There was
And he
just-
did so much more, man. I mean, he's an
insane.
icon of movies. I mean, he had some of the hardest songs there was.
Yeah.
And then he'll do like a kids movie.
He
You
wrote.
know?
No, he
It's
wrote
like crazy.
So
But he wrote
crazy.
everything for NWA
He
back in the
did.
day.
Yeah,
Right.
he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they were in the headlines back then, with all the hating on cop shit, cop killer stuff, and they were in the headlines back then. But it was, that's the thing with music and comedy
Gotta
too.
push the
You can
envelope,
push
right?
the
Yeah,
envelope.
yeah,
That's
yeah. You
that's
have
what
to.
keeps freedom of speech. That's what keeps our First Amendment free. I mean, there's
Yeah.
only so many levels of stuff that push that boundary. Obviously,
Yeah.
music is one, comedy's another
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You never want to.
And it's crazy
No.
how you would think like it's stuff that's such a leisure thing, music, comedy.
Yeah.
But those things are pushing the envelope. They
Right.
really are. They're
Right.
such a big part of
They're
culture.
the things that
Two
people,
Live Crew push
Two
the
Live-
envelope
Two Live
hard.
Group did push
Yeah.
the
People,
envelope.
when
Yeah.
I was
Made the parental advisory explicit lyrics.
They
sticker,
did.
you know
I
what
think.
mean?
I think that was the. I mean, that shit was in the Senate, right? I mean, they were
Definitely.
literally trying to shut them down.
That was the first tape I ever saw.
Yeah.
Like literally, like my brother showed me the
Parental
Two Live Crew
advisory,
tape.
yeah,
I still remember it. But like that, when we live in a world where there's silence in music
Right.
for
Yeah.
its message, then we have a huge.
Yeah.
We're halfway there, bro.
I know.
I mean, it may not be the music, but it's
Problem.
something. There's silence.
But you
is
don't.
something.
You
I
don't.
had heard-
but
I
I
heard
never
they did-
understood.
I heard-
Even as a kid, when I was a kid, I never understood. Like, you don't have to listen.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you don't like my you
Right.
can press fast forward.
Right.
That's J-
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Jigga. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like, you can't blame Marilyn Manson for something. You can't
Yes.
blame Eminem.
Yeah.
Another
for
guy that pushed the
Yeah.
the
envelope.
school
Yep,
shootings
yep.
when we were
Right.
when we were younger. We were
Yeah.
hearing people come out at him for
Right.
that. Like,
Right.
come on, you can't blame Pepe Le Pew for
Because
Yeah,
we're
I
all,
know,
because
bro.
as
Come on, like,
humans,
come on.
yeah, Mr. Potato Head
Like, you
now,
groping
Mr. fucking
somebody-
Potato Head now.
It's potato head to you.
It's
To
potato
you.
head, it's
Potato head to you, pal.
Oh man, but shit, it's crazy. You know, like Pepe is high as hell. I don't hear anybody saying anything about
Right.
Pepe being stoned as shit
Yeah.
off the funk that he's just walking around. That was my dude. I was like, Pepe's cool as shit. And it wasn't like the fact that he was groping, like he was the romantic, like, dude, he was a little creepy.
You
but
can't. Yeah, but like honestly, I don't know. I guess
I
I
don't
gotta
know.
stop before I
there's
get
too-
before I say
know.
something I
I know.
shouldn't say.
I can't. But Pepe's that dude. That's my opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
I did some Dr. Seuss stuff with the kids, like when I was rhyming with them. The last thing that I would ever think of, like that Dr. Seuss would put out some
I know,
like
come
crazy
on.
stuff. But I think it's just like
Wait, you don't think he did?
No. I saw images of political cartoons, and people are using the political cartoon as saying like, oh, that was in one of his 6 books. That's not the truth. I want to see those 6 books. I want to read those 6 books and really see what people deem
the problem,
as offensive. And I just
right.
like literally, you can't say that an Asian man who eats with sticks,
Dude,
or
I
a
mean,
Chinese
they do.
man who
Like,
eats with
dude,
sticks,
they
do.
But
But-
they
but
do. Like,
you
that's,
do.
I don't get it.
I don't.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you
Like,
just
No, I know
said
what
the,
you're
the
saying,
word,
but
the word, the
he
word
also-
offensive. Who defines it?
I don't
It's
know.
relative
That's
to every human being, right?
That's the thing.
It's
I
rel-
hear more people
Right.
talking about
So free
how
speech
it's
is
offensive,
free
though.
speech.
Like a lot of the time, I hear more people upset that people think it's offensive than I even
Correct.
hear
People
people
being
thinking
really
it's
offensive,
offensive.
yeah.
So
No, you- I'll
sometimes
be-
it's like
What is it really?
like
right.
you know, I think people might be holding some of his, might be saying, you know, like you don't know this, like
Right.
look, you know, there's a
I-
broader
I-
history to it.
I feel like
and-
this. Like, you can't. Like, that happened back in, like, Dr. Seuss wrote that shit back in fucking 40s. I don't know what years. I don't know. Like, you can't like rule based on like different like total.
It's like
It was just a bit of different times. Like, it was totally different shit.
Listen. We got a sitting president that said you ain't black if you don't vote for me, and you're worried about Dr. Zeus.
I don't
Like-
think anybody's worried about Dr. Seuss though. Like, I think
No,
people,
it's just people want to be
there's,
outraged, right?
People want to
Well,
be
I think-
out, that is
Yeah.
part
but
of
a
it
lot
too.
of people want to be outraged that people are outraged. Like there's a difference
Mm-hmm.
between being like, okay, Dr. Seuss, we should know that Dr. Seuss, there was this history, and recognizing it, but just because we
Well, that's history.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
history.
Right,
should
but
never-
that's
There's
what I'm
nothing wrong
saying.
with recognizing it and even
Right,
pointing
right.
out faults.
But who
cancel
has,
culture
who
is
has
something
canceled-
completely
but
different.
Who has canceled it? Can
Right.
you say?
No, yeah,
I don't
we
know.
had that conversation. We don't really know.
Right.
We
Yeah,
never
I
know.
don't get that.
So I think
don't
that
know.
a lot of the time it's a lot of
push. Yeah.
people saying, "Oh my God,
I think it's a
I
media
can't believe
push.
they're canceling him." Well, who the fuck is?
Right.
What do you mean?
Well,
we're just
you're
just
right.
acknowledging.
That's a good
it.
point.
Right.
No, that's a good
It's
point.
true.
It's honestly a headline. It's something for everyone to
The
fucking
media.
talk about. It's
The
something for the
media,
news to
yeah.
talk about.
It is.
But then you go, oh, he's been canceled. But then you see his fucking books sold, been on top of the
They just
charts
skyrocketed.
all last
They
week. So
just
no, it
doubled-
didn't happen.
No,
you know what I
they
mean?
doubled-
You're
Right.
Well, listen. Let's bring it back to the music world, and I forget
Yeah.
his name, but the
'Cause-
country artist that just was caught on camera by his neighbor or on audio by his neighbor saying the N-word. Which, listen, I don't think any of us would ever condone, right?
No.
But they try to cancel that guy and his fans and supporters, like he's got so much support behind him right now because people realize humans make mistakes, right? Like.
Yeah.
You know, you're canceling a guy's entire future, his entire career, his entire livelihood, his ability to put food on the table because he made a mistake. I mean, clearly. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and
it's true. Nobody should be pushing, racism on kids that are 2 to 7. I don't agree
Sure.
with that at all. You know what I mean?
2 to 7 at any age.
But no,
Yeah.
it's true. But let kids interact without giving them like, okay, this is mandatory diversity classes or something like that. Like, listen. These kids don't know. They don't know.
You don't even-
If my
well-
niece in Florida is hanging out with different ethnicities, she's not thinking any of it. It has to be learned.
No kid 2 to 7, in my opinion. I'm not a psychologist.
They don't know.
They don't understand. My kids don't. My kids.
Yo,
6
how
and
about this?
7.
All right, they're about
They don't get
we
that.
just got
It's
something.
taught.
We
It's
just got
taught.
something in the mail that at kindergarten they're going to teach my daughter about transsexuals.
That's
Like,
not,
why?
That's not
Like, why
all
at
right.
fucking kindergarten you do that?
You don't.
No,
You don't.
I mean,
they
I
don't
don't
have sexual
And
expression.
they're going
at
to
that
teach
that
age.
if there's
teach
a
my
tr-
kids about anal sex too.
That's
Why?
no.
I just
Is
don't
that
get
what
it.
it said?
Yeah,
Is that for real, bro?
I swear to fucking God.
That's
At
100
kindergarten, they're going to teach about transsexuals.
Gonna
That's
see.
I
That's
don't understand.
different
There's no
than
reason.
saying.
There's no
That's
reason to.
different than
That's
teaching
wrong.
them about anal sex. Though.
No. They're
That's very.
saying,
Those are two
no,
very
right?
different.
No, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. But no, and
Wrong
they're going to
is
teach
wrong.
about
That
anal
just-
sex too.
It just sounds
Like
wrong.
I just don't understand why. Like that. Like, what does that have to do with science?
Doesn't.
There is no science
They teach.
in science,
Well,
bro.
They
you know
teach
what I
them,
mean?
but they teach them.
Yeah, but that's to procreate, right? There's no what's anal sex
sex ed,
for?
and when I was in school, that was in high school, where I had the ability to comprehend it.
Right.
My children don't have the ability to comprehend that. They're 4 and 6. Your kid, well, I mean, maybe your oldest would have some
Yeah.
ability to comprehend,
Yeah.
but certainly, you said this came from your daughter's class.
Kindergarten.
That's-
they're
That
starting
is
to teach
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
They don't
insane.
have the ability
Yeah.
to comprehend that at that age. They don't. And I'm not a fucking doctor, but I would
That's-
argue with any doctor about that.
That's scary. That's
Yeah.
scary to me. in my
It's
opinion.
insane. And where do you, as parents, relinquish control?
I just think, whatever. I mean, it's just your kids from the beginning of time they leave your house are going to be exposed to stuff that the world contains. You know, and so I think you just have to you have to come home and teach your kid and kind of just tell them what's what or tell them what to expect.
I agree
but
and disagree.
Ultimately, they got to make their mind up on their own.
I agree
anyway.
and disagree with you. They're going to encounter that naturally with like their friends, and they're going to probably hang around with older kids and be in a basement somewhere, and there's going to be like a 12-year-old down there talking about something that's too mature for your 6-year-old to understand. But to be part of curriculum,
But maybe
and
that's why they want to.
that is a different world.
Maybe that's why they want to.
But
I don't know.
I don't believe,
I obviously
I don't
don't know what
believe
their
that is the
curriculum is,
place
but
of
Bring it
school
to life.
I think
systems. That's the place of parents.
But a
Up
lot
to a
of
certain
parents-
age. Up to an age.
Yeah, no, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
To a certain
You know?
age, yeah.
To a
Right. I
certain
think
age,
kindergarten.
yeah.
I'm like, why are we talking about that in
Yeah.
kindergarten? There's no need
No.
at that young.
Like,
I could see middle school. You know,
Do you guys all remember taking sex ed in high school?
school, yeah.
Hadn't you
Yeah,
already
yeah.
figured it out, sort of, on your own and through your? I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it-
remember bringing a lot
I learned a.
home
but,
from
but in
that.
kindergarten, all I had.
I
all
learned
I
some
could
No,
remember
facts
no, I'm
was-
talking about
versus-
high school.
No.
You know,
Yeah,
like
but in
high school.
but in
I think it's a
kindergarten,
combination of learning some science and some facts behind it, but also learning on your own, on your own with your friends or whatever it may be, and your own personal abilities.
what'd you do with your friends?
Bro, listen, I wasn't 13 running 8 miles to go get laid. I'll tell you that. I think I was 15, and
15, and the guy was rough. I heard. You told us. You told us.
here we go.
You should work
Here we
with
go.
a kid, like you should,
Just work with the kids.
I don't.
No.
You should push your
It's-
music 100%, but you would have a wonderful impact on.
It's-
I always
lot
see you
of-
posting with Rick's kids
It's-
and stuff. You have no children of your own, right?
No,
So
no.
he's
but I love.
he's
but-
the godfather,
yeah,
and I'm the
and she's the
godmother.
godmother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
It's
it-
so
that's-
crazy. You two are sitting here, and I know your sister from
I
back in the
know.
day for forever. I mean, like as soon as I went there, I went to your sister's bar every time, and got a pretty deep history with your brother. And then you two are sitting on the couch
Yeah.
now, kind of crazy.
It is too. It's a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. It's awesome.
And I didn't know until
Jersey.
upstairs that Rick was your brother until you told me that. I never got that. And
I called him
Now
up.
you see it,
I
right?
called
Yeah.
him up last night. I'm like, dude, I was like, I got to make sure I tell these guys that like
Yeah.
you used to.
Pat,
You used to.
He's gonna
you
be
know,
so hyped.
yeah.
Rick was like, yeah, I used to when Raj was actually
Yeah.
skinny when I used to
Yeah.
hang out with him. I was like, what? I was like, no way.
I
So
was.
just
He's not
like-
lying, bro. He can probably find some. I can find some pictures of me back in the day, but.
and he used to bartend at.
I'm only big because of you Jersey dudes. That's the only
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
why. I would not be.
But he used to bartend on the patio.
Yes.
Like Stewie was on one end,
Yep.
or Joe Pags was on one end,
Yep.
and then Stu took Joe Pags' spot. Rick was on the other end. I was
Yes.
bar back in there for years. With like it was just like that. Those were amazing times.
Yeah, man.
Like you couldn't beat it.
I feel like listen. I would love it if we could get back to those days, but it's just
It's gone.
it's not like that. Kids today, the young 21, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds that are going out now, they don't get to experience what we got to experience, man. It was just different.
Hey,
it was different.
I just got a TMZ alert.
Oh shit! What
happened?
is it?
His ex just got engaged.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Did
today.
you hear about this?
I heard about it. Yeah, I
I
got.
thought it was
I
gonna be
got hit up
I was
today.
like, damn, they know.
I got hit up today by several different media outlets asking me to comment on it, and I didn't comment because I feel like, we live different lives now. We live different worlds. We're obviously always going to be connected for kids, so I didn't comment. I didn't think it was my place to comment, but since we're on our
what do you
show,
think? What do
buddy,
you think? What do you think
I'm
about it?
happy for them, man. I'm happy for them. You know what I mean? I don't know Zach well. But what I do know of him, he's not a very talkative guy. Like, it's hard to have a conversation with Zach because he doesn't talk much. So it's kind of hard to get to know him. But, I talk to my kids, and I don't ask direct questions. But from what I know, He's good to my children. Jenny seems very happy. They
That's
seem very
beautiful.
happy together. And, I have no reason to have any beef with him whatsoever. And I'm happy for Jenny. Listen, we went through our shit, right? We went through some nasty shit, as many divorces are, but we live very public lives. So it became public, and I take an incredible amount of responsibility for that. I did shit I should have never done. Sorry for it. I went through all the channels I think that I had to go through to become a better person and work on myself. So why am I going to have resentment? You know what I mean? Like, we're done. Our time together is over, with the exception of being parents to 2 wonderful kids. I would never forego her or not want her to move on with her life and be happy. I'm happy for them, man. I'm truly happy for them,
That's good.
Who could bench more? Can you bench more? than him?
Probably. Listen, he's half my age, bro, and he's probably bigger than me. He should be able to bench more.
Bigger than you?
I don't know about bigger, but we're about the same size. I think he's 6'3", 6'4". I'm 6'4". I'm 250. I think he's about the same.
Oh, he's 6'3",
But
you're 6'4".
he's got youth. He's got youth. He's got youth on his side. He's got youth on his side. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk shit,
You
man.
guys are great.
I'm gonna talk shit. Why would I talk shit?
No,
If he talks shit,
cool. He's a
if
nice
he
guy.
talks shit, it would be a different fucking story.
No, this was
but he
beautiful.
doesn't.
Stop.
He doesn't talk shit.
You had the
He
best
doesn't-
response.
He doesn't talk shit. So why would I talk shit?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If you
just
guys
got the
arm wrestled,
I would never arm wrestle, bro. You know that.
Bull early. Over the top style. Come on, Lincoln.
I don't do that wrestling shit. No, I'm kidding. He's a good guy.
yeah,
And I wish her all the best, and that's my comment. I truly, and I'm not just fucking saying that.
so when you getting remarried?
No. Listen, only an idiot would say never about anything, right? Only an idiot.
Correct.
So I would never say never, but I'm very content. My role in life is to be a dad. That is my role. That is my
No,
thing.
I don't
I'm
wanna say
very
that.
I'm
Obviously-
very
obviously,
happy
I
in
don't
my
want-
relationship, but we're not.
I don't want to
we're
say
not
that.
talking about
Like,
engagements or marriage.
Like,
you know?
obviously, my kids. I have 3 kids. They're my life for sure. But like, yo, my kids. My oldest is 12.
Yeah.
I left my house at 18 years old.
Same.
Right.
Yeah.
So, realistically, in 4 more years
Right.
or 6 more
You're looking
years,
at the clock
he
every
could be
day,
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, as much as our kids are our lives, they're not.
Yeah.
They're going to be gone. They're going to have their own lives.
Yeah.
You got to have something.
Yeah.
Afterwards, is what I'm saying.
Well, listen, I'm not saying that I'm not happy in my relationship. I am. I just think that I'm geared to moving a little slower than maybe my ex is, and that's fine. Again, everybody moves at their own pace. I'm not thinking about marriage or engagements at this point in time.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it would never happen. I'm just not in that realm of thought right now. My focus is to be a good dad and be there for my kids and be present. And
How
I'm
old are they?
lucky and blessed to have them a good amount of time, and that's my focus. Not that you can't also find time for relationships. You can, you know what I mean? And I do. I try. Maybe I'm not as good at it as I should be, but I'm a work in progress. My kids are 4 and 6, so
Hey, if you're not a work in
Beautiful.
progress, something's wrong with you.
yeah.
I think
for sure.
everybody is. Right?
Progress-
Life
progress
is life
report.
is a work in progress.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
How old are your kids? 12.
I have 12, 10, and 6.
still gets a little
Yes.
nervous though on Father's Day when he opens up the mailbox. Still, right?
Probably. Nah, I don't. No, not even. the
Neither of
slightest.
you have children?
No.
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 I had my dog was like the closest
Close.
thing to my firstborn.
I'll
for
tell you what.
sure.
I'll tell you what. They are.
I
Me
am
and my
his
wife.
mom,
Me and my wife
100%.
came home from school. We got a little apartment. Then we had a condo. We got a dog. And that dog was our
Child.
kid.
Child.
And then we had kids. And now the dog's not your kid no more. It's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
The dog died because of that. I believe.
Yeah.
He did. No, seriously. He got cancer.
Oh,
Oh,
And
my
he had-
dog
he
Achilles?
just died from
He
cancer on
had
Sunday.
he got
I
a
was little.
he had a
Riley. Shout
I
out.
he got like
That's your
he had
dog?
like an
Dog tag?
what do you call it?
Yeah.
Like a
I
stroke.
have mine in my safe. I'm a dude, so I wouldn't wear it like that, but that's very cool.
I just bought a chain for it today.
Mine says it's the exact same dog tag, but it's black,
Aw.
and it says Diesel, my dog's name, and then the address underneath of it, and then if you turn it over, it says one bad motherfucker.
Ah,
That's great.
awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
You should wear it.
Yeah.
I'm a little like lower. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? On like a
He's a
dope
French
chain.
bulldog. He was awesome. He
Yeah,
was
mine was a
awesome. Yeah.
Yorkie.
Best friends.
Rest in peace, Riley, on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's tough losing a dog. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
For sure.
Are you talking about Achilles?
Yeah, Achilles. Yeah.
Achilles, he's a good
That was
dog.
the baby boy.
He was the baby, and then we had our first kid, and he growled at my kid at one time, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? But I never was like
The
scared.
kid probably went like this.
Yeah, and then we had my second kid, and then when I had my third kid, my dog was like, yo, I'm fucking done.
I
I'm
got
done.
a story about Achilles. I think I've told it to you before, but you were away for a fight somewhere. I forget who we were fighting. Probably one of the Grays fights. Probably one of the three. And I'd seen Renee somewhere. I don't know where. I ran into her in passing. And she's like, oh, I just got brand new Frankie shirts printed up or whatever. She's like, I got them at the house, but I'm going somewhere. If you want to just go, this was your first apartment you ever had.
Yeah.
If you want to just go there and grab a couple shirts or whatever, that'd be cool. Just like I think at the time they were like $20 a piece or whatever. I was like, cool, I'll take like 2, So she's like, yeah, just go there. It's all good. She either gave me the key or told me where it was or the door was unlocked. I forget the situation. I get there, I open the door, and fucking Achilles is staring me down like this dog. And I see the shirts
Surprise,
on the table, like behind and I'm like, I'm getting one of those shirts. I'm fucking getting those shirts somehow. But this dog is like mean mugging me and growling and like looking at me, and I'm like, man, I just got to get the gumption, just because they say like they recognize fear, right? So you just got to act like you're the boss, right? So I'm thinking this, and I shut the door and I'm like, fuck, man, I got to get these fucking shirts. Like, how am I? And I just fucking manned up, didn't make eye contact, and walked right by it, and it was just like sniffing me and growling and shit, and I didn't get bit. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I didn't get bit.
Patty's got
The only time this guy's ever been bit by a dog, I think, if I have that right, was by Achilles, right? You were breaking up a fight?
No. Well, Achilles was fighting my sister's dog, another pit bull, and I broke up the fight, and the dog bit me twice, but not on purpose. He just was.
Yeah.
My dog was mauling him.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking wrestling my dog. He got me in the arm. He got me in the other arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I was drunk.
That's all I could envision.
I got a little chow hound. He's an Italian greyhound and Chihuahua. He's territorial and fast as shit.
Wait, greyhound? Greyhounds are huge, no?
Italian greyhound.
Oh, so they're small?
Smallers,
Oh, okay.
Is he your baby boy? Or is he your mom's?
Yeah,
and
no.
He's yours.
He's my
your
dude.
daddy-o.
Yeah. So I just keep him. He stays at my mom's, but I'm in Bayville.
Grandma.
So yeah, his Banner is her name. So
I can see
chilling.
that if you don't have children. I totally agree with you. Once you have children, it changes the perspective. Not that you don't like the dog.
I noticed with phones. My phone, all my pictures of my phone went from my dog to my kids.
Right.
That's how it goes.
No, it's definitely the process.
But my girl has a dog, has a pit that's might as well be a cat. It's your dog.
It's a bully though. It's a bully though, right?
Your dog would. I don't know what it is. I gotta ask, but your dog would kick the shit out of her dog. It has
that's
no
so
balls
freaking
whatsoever. It's the
cute.
friendliest dog you'll ever meet in your life. Nicest dog. His name's Leo. But anyway, my girl considers that her kid. Like, you don't want to talk badly to the thing. Like, I won't even touch it. If she's like, he's being bad, because she'll yell at it and whatever, and then she'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry I talked to you like that. But she'll tell me, like, if we're like walking and he's like pulling, he's like yanking, I'm like, no, fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, because she'll flip out if I, she'll say do it, but she doesn't mean it, because that's her baby, because she doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, though, my nieces and my nephew are a blessing.
Yeah.
Patty's an awesome uncle.
They're amazing.
I see the pictures you posted.
I
don't know why I never made the connection that Rick is because he's probably in a lot of the pictures, but
I'm going to see him for Easter. I'll be down there for Easter.
That's the best. Doing Easter egg hunts with the kids.
Easter's coming soon, right?
It's coming
Oh,
soon.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Sprung.
Yeah.
Spring sprung. So it's
today. It's beautiful.
It was.
I feel like
we
it
needed
breathes.
that.
Doesn't
We
it
needed
breathe
that.
life into your soul?
It
does.
Like when the sun's out and it's a
All the
nice day.
birds are
Yeah.
music.
You wake up and you hear that in the morning.
Roger went, did fucking couple.
I did yoga.
Couple sets of chest.
Yeah. Actually, good legs today, buddy.
Legs.
Yeah.
You been at the beach?
I always watch the sunrise when I can.
Yeah.
Always.
It's therapeutic, man.
It is therapeutic.
I'm learning that from
When
Jesse. Really, Jesse is
just
so.
make sure. Jesse tells you to make sure you have your socks off. Just make sure you
that's
have
grounding.
your socks off.
Grounding. You gotta ground
He
it.
gets deep with-
And don't be scared to turn it around,
And
pull
sun
the
your
pants
asshole.
down, and let that brown eye shine at the sun. He does. He tells me you gotta do sunning. Sunning, he calls it.
Sunning.
Sunning.
That's what grounding and
Yeah.
then sunning.
Sunning.
He's
yeah.
into some real eccentric shit, but I don't know that I've met too many happier human beings. He's doing something right.
He's definitely
Yeah.
grateful.
He's doing
grateful
something right,
dude.
man.
Honestly, as crazy as it is, it's always good energy, good
Always.
vibes.
He's
I'm down
my,
with it.
he's
I'm
my
down
little
with it.
brother
Yeah.
because he vibes so well, man. Always.
Yeah.
He's never a bad time. Always paying it forward. Always he's got the biggest heart of anybody I know. So yeah. And the dude's been through some shit, man. I mean, he's seen a lot of shit overseas. He's been blown up. He's been
dude.
He's seen the
like,
ugliness that humanity can provide. You know what I mean? He's seen it, and yet he's a humanitarian. He loves people.
Yeah.
You know.
Him being here is like a miracle. He considers so.
Yep.
He lives. You go through stuff like that. I think you experience stuff in a different way.
imagine,
You
yeah.
appreciate a lot more. For
sure.
a little becomes a lot more.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
So
Good.
can you guys do something together? perform something together right now?
You want to do some music?
Yeah. Or
I want the people to become fans of you guys. I want them to hear what you do. You know.
What do you want to do? You want to do music?
Yeah. Because I'll do the chorus.
We could do music.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear it, man.
So,
Like the first.
Jimmy, you want to keep the bass or you want to take pictures?
Jimmy does bass.
It's like a
Frankie
boom.
does bass.
Yeah.
How's it start?
It's
I
like
could tell
boom,
when-
boom, boom,
ahead,
boom,
do it.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, whatever.
Finger snap will
even
work. Like it's like you could tell when I'm so sad.
I got you.
I walk out the door.
It sounded like the beat to Sail. The song Sail.
Yeah, Sail.
It sounded like Sail, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but you can tell when I'm so sad. I walk out the door in the morning, forgetting to grab my pen and my notepad. Got a studio session tonight. Forget what I already wrote. No turning around. I'm late as is. I'm cutting it close. Driving, taking mental notes. Gotta write a new verse while I'm at work. Do it so nobody notices. My eyes are wide open and I'm on alert. My boss is a jerk. I'm stuck in my cubicle trying to just act like I'm up to my usual. Good thing it's a hot day, cause I could just act like I'm dying of thirst. You don't know how much I walk to the water fountain is work. See,
I can't go 2 days without my keyboard. I can't make it 1 week without the beat of a drum. I don't know what I would do without the music playing. I wouldn't make it another minute without my microphone.
I can't go
2 days without my keyboard. I can't make it 1 week without the beat of a drum. I don't know what I would do without the music playing. I wouldn't make it another minute without my microphone.
That's it.
I love it.
Fire.
That is fire. I think the only one that's not going to be a fan
Shout out to
is probably
Ewald.
Kevin, because you said my boss is a jerk. So.
Oh no! It's not directed at Kevin. I wrote it years ago. I promise. Stu, that's not for you.
He was working in a cubicle.
Yo, Stu is the best dude, man. Stu looked out for me when when I needed him
I'm
the most.
joking. I think you just created a lot of fans there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That-
Stu's great. Stu's great. always like extended fam.
Who says rap and soul can't go together?
Yeah,
That was-
definitely,
that's money.
definitely can,
Money.
definitely can.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Good
but thank you guys so much for having us.
No,
I really,
bro,
really appreciate
I'm
it.
so happy to get you in here. I've been wanting to do this for a while. You know, obviously you're a big part of the show, man. Everybody
Yeah.
starts with you.
Every
you know what I mean?
show, bro,
Every
you're
episode
part of
starts with you.
I
so-
That's so
I'm
incredible.
so thankful for
and
that.
you know, obviously I've been
Happy for
I've been
you.
watching from through his channels
Right
and
back
everything,
at
and definitely a fan of what you guys got going. And
Thank
I
you.
can't wait till
I'm
I could
honored.
come to a real event.
I would love
watch you
to.
guys. You know,
I would
so
love to.
We will set
Please
that
let
up.
us know.
Yep.
And we'll have to do this again.
Tell
Thank you.
people where they can find you. Shout out your social media if you have anything upcoming. Also, where they can find you on iTunes and Spotify and.
I'm
Yeah,
supposed
thank
to. I'm actually supposed to do. John Rolls, right?
Oh, love
That's
John
my-
Rolls.
that's my- that's
Me
like
and
my-
John Rolls. I think I have his phone number somewhere, but we DM like every day. He's always in my DMs. I'm always in his DMs, and
DMs
he's
is easier sometimes.
yeah, he's such a good dude, man.
He's like my brother.
yeah.
He's doing stuff on downtown Toms River. I think he's gonna have me do something there. I think
Okay.
in the coming like when they block out they block off the street
Yeah.
and do some stuff over
Yes.
there. So I'll keep
Frankie
you
was
us
down.
know, let
They
us
had
know.
they had a big
the
life-size
stuff-
art piece of
J-Mac,
Frankie
J-Mac,
down there
right,
for a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jay's my dude. He's so
Yeah.
sick. He's like the
Nasty,
illest.
bro.
He's
Yeah.
the illest. Shout out to J-Mac. He's the man. He always and they love going to the Wynwood Wall, like the Wynwood Walls down in Florida.
Okay.
Like it's in South Flo, and then they also have the Jersey Fresh Jam every
Yes,
year,
shout out.
every summer. Leon Rainbow, his name's like Rain, like that's his art, like graffiti name. But J Mac, if you go to the Jersey Fresh Jam any summer,
Yeah,
like
you guys should come out.
it's the
You-
most-
Where is that?
It's in Trenton.
it's in Trenton,
Okay.
but it's the illest graffiti
It's at a
setup
TerraCycle.
you've ever. Yeah,
Which is
TerraCycle.
like you go all over the country. They have like cigarette butts for recycling. Like they make recycle. Basically trash and stuff. You could like send all your containers and stuff. Shout out to
Cool.
TerraCycle. They're doing a great thing.
Yeah.
over in
Cool.
Trenton.
But it's like they'll have singers, dancers, hip hop, nothing but like DJs.
Dogs. You could bring your pits.
You bring
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
alright,
it's
cool,
nothing but
cool.
graffiti
You
everywhere.
think they're
live.
gonna have it in 2021?
I hope so.
They had it
I
in
sure
2020.
hope
It
so.
was
Oh,
it was
wow.
outside.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
Cool.
So we should be all right.
Yeah, let us
a
know,
little more
man.
low key, but
Absolutely.
We'll
they
shout you
still
guys out
had
if you're
it,
gonna be
thank
there for
goodness.
sure.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
We're obviously gonna stay in
think you would dig
contact. So
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
And
Give 'em
she's
your stuff, yeah.
she's J Boogie. I think
On
J-
social media.
Instagram's JBOOGIE on the track.
Okay.
J like Boogie BOOGIE on the track.
Yeah.
And I'm featured on Pat's songs on
You're
Spotify.
Short Truly.
shoreSHOTly on Instagram.
On Instagram.
I got a few names. I got it. It's
So does Frankie. Mostly douchebag and motherfucker.
But
Short
Sorry,
Shot.
Dad.
Short Shot.
I said the F word, Dad. Sorry.
That was your son.
So Instagram shoreSHOTly, Twitter shoreSHOT, Facebook shoreSHOT, SHORESHOT.
Yeah.
Sure Shot
Because we're
music,
from
too,
the
right?
Jersey
Shore Shot music, yeah.
Shore, so SHORE.
And on Instagram, Short Shot.
Instagram is
What's the
shoreSHOT.
Yo, you into Beasties?
I love the
love
Beasties.
Beastie
When
Boys,
I see
man.
Danny
Yeah,
Clinch
yeah.
posting those pictures,
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
what?
Yeah.
He did the Tupac, like the one that the
License
one-
to Ill, bro, when that
Oh,
album
yeah.
came out.
Bro, I'm like,
I had that in a cassette when that came
I'm
out.
like, dude, I gotta meet him. So we guys we gotta go to his Galleria.
Yes.
Or his,
Yeah,
you know, like,
absolutely.
his gallery. I'm sorry.
you guys should try to get on for his thing he
see.
throws in Asbury every
Well,
year. You
yeah,
should.
like I mean, him and Donnelly run it, but like a side stage would be. I don't need a big stage.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to like be able to get involved.
Sure.
I want to go from being a stagehand for that event to just performing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like one day it'll happen. Meet him. We'll
Yep.
just
That'd be great.
just build and that'll
For
be
sure.
it. You know, I'm sure it'll happen. You know,
It definitely will.
We'll make it happen.
and we'll have Jimmy there the whole
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
killing it. He's gonna come on.
Slimbo Jimbo Yo on Instagram. Check him out.
The
All right.
illest
Got all the good
videographer
shit.
out there.
Find him on
So,
Frankie's page.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll have
yes.
Jimmy tell stories next time because he's got quite a few too. He
I'll
he
take
works,
pictures.
He works with everybody. He's humble as hell about it, and he's just like
I see his
He's
page. I
super,
see it.
super. I know.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
yo, Frankie always watching my stories. Frankie always watching my stories. That's something awesome about you too, man. You got to give yourself credit. Like, not everybody's as down to earth as you are. So it's like,
man, I'm just,
you know, like, dude,
There's a lot of stuff locally that people don't even know.
I know he does.
He did
I
something
know.
the other day. I walked in the house and I was impressed. He always supports the local crowd and the local
Yeah,
people.
he's
so,
an underdog looking out for other underdogs.
That's
He's
it,
just
man.
like, you know,
That's
like it's priceless, is what it is.
Sure,
So-
man. All good stuff, bro.
Yeah,
good,
man.
good having you guys down, and
Yeah, thank you so
we'll
much.
definitely do this again. I can't wait to come see you guys perform.
For sure. For sure.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.
Gotta get you guys to hit
Champ and the
hit the
Tramp.
board. Hit the board.
You got to
too.
sign the board
Yo.
before you leave, guys.
Absolutely.
All right, Champ and the Tramp out.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.